Now then, hello. Just setting up, give me a sec. Oh, now I've lost the remote. It's always the way when you're going to go live and everything disappears. Oh, where's the fucking remote gone to turn the TV down? Give me a sec, folks. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing? I've lost my remote control as usual. Every time I want to turn the TV down, it's not here. Welcome in. Go and get a cup or whatever. A little bit unorganised. Nothing new. I can't fucking find it. AI, if you're there, I'll get AI to come and get it. Just give me a moment, folks. So we're a little bit later today than we usually are, but we've had a lot to get done. So I thought, well, what we'll do a slightly later one. I know there's a lot of people that stream on a Friday night, so I'm not expecting like a load of people in, but anyone that's here, you could be anywhere else and you decide to be here. So there you go. Thank you. So I'm just going to message Al and ask him to find the remote for me. Hang on. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's off-putting. Right then, we've got 157 people here. Yeah, so we had some timing outs at the beginning. Oh, I love you more, Gem. Hello, my darling. We're going to have a call-in show. I think what we're going to do, beautiful Jane is here. Hello, my love. We've got loads and loads of people in, so I'll do a few hellos. I can't do hello to everybody. Shona, hello, my love. Vicky Starbird sent a present today for Jack for his birthday, so I want to say thank you. I won't give it him to his birthday. Daniel, Kelly, Rebecca, Cynthia, Diane. I can't find the remote. Disappeared. The telly, you know, the skybox. Sorry, guys. This is real life, okay? We're under real life on this channel. We don't do, fakery. So
don't get none of this on your Richard and Judy.
You don't get none of this on your Richard and Judy, is what Al said. Hello, everybody. Look, I've got my jazzy orange t-shirt on. Okay. Did you find it? Did you find it? Oh, just give me this one.
Have you found that? Yeah, but yeah, that one.
Look at this. Limited edition. Okay, put the hat on. Where's me hat? Where's me hat? He's gone again. We bought this. Where's that hat? Is it in the car? Me green hat. They like me in me green hat. Is it in the car?
I've no idea.
Look at that.
I don't know where your hat is.
Did I leave it in the car? If not, I've got me North Face one. They want to see me in my hat. So yeah. So look there. You got R2D2. Bought that years ago. This one. And we've kept, and now Sky have got it working. It's an official Sky remote. Look, see. I wonder how much this is worth. What do you reckon, folks? What do you reckon? So you want me hat on? We'll go with a hat. It'll hide up my messy hair, won't it? Because it's too dark in here. See, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna wash it in a bit. We're gonna have to. Get some better lighting. I'm setting up a little studio for you guys, but because here we go. Did it go with my orange t-shirt? I am a bit of a fan. I'm not a mate. My husband's a big fan. I'm not a hater. I don't like Star Trek. Star Trek though. Penny, I didn't know you was partial to a bit of Oasis. I do like a bit of Oasis. I grew up in the 90s, you know. Right then, so we're going to have an open panel tonight. I think what we'll do, to avoid any arguments, because people start arguing, well, thank you, everybody. I've got no really crap lighting in here, so it looks like I'm going to have to put one of the lamps on properly, if I can find the remote. I think Al's taking it again. Just give me a sec. Big up the bucket hats. AI, can you pass me the remote? Fuck's sake. You lot want me on camera, right? But I haven't got any studio set up yet. Okay, right, I've done it. It's okay, I've done it. Yeah, I've done it now. I found yours. Right, okay, so we've got that light there. Do I really have to wear this hat throughout the entire thing? Or we can have it blue and then colour on one. We'll see. Okay, do you support West Brom? No, I support Aston Villa. Big up the Villa. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Space Cat sent me a package. Oh, how lovely is that? Oh. Okay, so this is doing my head in. So maybe in a bit. Okay, I'm a little bit hot with that on my head. I'm a bit coldy. I'm a bit full of cold as well. So I don't like going on camera. I've got messy hair. I look like death. And you lot want to see me. I don't know why, but I keep getting requests. Penny, can you go on camera? Penny, can you go on camera? I'm like, I don't really want to go on camera, but okay. Once my desk is set up, I'll have proper lighting. I've got my desk. I've got my laptop. I've got pretty much everything. The only thing I need is a decent webcam. The webcam on this laptop and my new laptop isn't great. So I'm looking for a new webcam. So if anyone wants to help out, you can. Demonetized. So all of my ad revenue and memberships went to the bunnies. And then if I had anything left over, I would have started putting it aside for my webcam. But now I'm demonetized because I was covering exposing peas. That's the crux of it. We all know that that's my rabbit. They're saying that they're not my rabbits. It's reused content. I don't reuse content. So we all know what it is. So they've punished my bunnies. They've punished the rabbits, basically. I need to sort my hair out. So because of that, we don't get any monetization on this channel. So a lot of people are asking how they can donate. If you want to help out, you can with the bunnies or anything, or the webcam. I'm sure Jane will post the links. Jane is a star. She's amazing. There you go. We we can post a link if you want to help out. But thank you very much to those who do. And we'll continue. We're going to pop the link in. Now, what I was thinking is I'll pop it on in a bit. I'll pop it on. My hair's a right mess. Right, let's just get some invites on. People ask the latest on Dan Wootton. Now, I know that Dan has been... I'm still 50-50 on Dan. He's been suspended from the mail. But the thing is, he has been suspended anyway because he hasn't been on there. They've just made it official. If you can chat with Richard who? Danny Jones in the house, Hoax Police. I've popped the link in. We're going to have an open panel. Now, I think what we'll do, we'll have a mass debate, but we'll keep it friendly. So with them, we've got 199 people in. So there's a good amount of people. Hello, Joe. Hello, Ian. Is Ian with you, darling? We've got a few people in to have a mass debate, which is what we like. We can't be having one or two. We need more than that. So we've got enough people. Again, memberships have gone. I'm sorry, guys. So they've gone. Trying to organise everything when you've got a child and housework and animals and jump on a live stream isn't as simple as what people think, but we're doing my best. Right, okay. Now we can have thank you, Julie. We can have up to, I think it's 10 people on. I'll pay extra, which is another thing I was using. The membership was all going to the animals and the StreamYard. Now the StreamYard as well, they've taken everything off us. So I can't even afford the StreamYard for much longer. So that's going to go. Thank you, YouTube, for that as well. So it will just be down to the budget StreamYard, which means we won't be able to have many guests, and I'll only be allowed to stream for 20 hours a month. So again, if anybody wants to help out, I don't like asking, but we are struggling now. If anybody wants to help out with the StreamYard, you can to keep us going. But until October, so it'll be November by the time I get my first pay, we're fucked. Okay, now. Who's that first person's going to come up? Who's going to come up? And what we're going to do, we're going to do set. I think we'll do set subjects. So this first subject we're going to do. Julie's a bit tickled. She's a little bit tickled. Hello, Julie, love. She's like top of my list on the CV. I've sort of had a little mini CV off her. I am taking options. I'm on my second marriage. I said if this ever goes tits up, which hopefully it won't, I'm going for the other team, guys. I'm going for the other team. It's on the bed. I'm sorry, guys. It's massive. I'm so sorry. There's a massive spider on the bed. There's a giant spider on the bed. Help. I don't know where it's gone.
Where is it?
It was one of them massive ones. It went over there.
Poor thing, you'll have scared the bloody life out
I've
of
scared 200 people. What? What?
Which way did it go, darling?
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's a giant spider on the bed. It went that way. It was a massive one. God, I'm so sorry, everybody. I might have to start this again because I don't want to start with a scream.
Deep breath, darling.
I swear down, it was one of them big, massive tarantulas. It was on the bed with me. I've been sat next to it. I'm so sorry, everybody. I know I've just deafened you all. I'm so sorry. I would never kill them. Oh, I know they'll be doing some right. They'll be doing all sorts, Jane. I swear to God, it was one. It was a little one. It was one of those tarantulas on the bed. Yeah. And when I'm in shock, I scream. I can't help it. It just happens. Al keeps telling me off for screaming when I see a spider.
Only because it hurts my ears.
It was massive. It went that way. Okay. I've got to help Al find the spider. So just bear with me. Yes, Jack. I do it at the worst time. Do you know what the worst thing about this is, guys? I bet I've just pulled it off the washing when I've put a new t-shirt on. So it's probably been on me. That's the worst. I can't continue with the stream. I'm sorry. Not with that spider on the bed. It's hiding in all this. We've got some washing on the bed that needs folding. And it's gone into all the washing. So we're having an emergency, guys. Just talk amongst yourselves. Does anybody want to come up and say hello while I'm doing this? Jane, would you like to pop up and talk to people? Anyone want to come up? What? You've got it. Jack's got it. Jack's got it. Jack's got it.
It's under the bed now.
Oh, great. It's gone under. It's gone inside.
Oh, right there.
No! Where?
Right there.
By my feet.
Right there. It's in the cover. On there. On there.
Oh my God! It's got me. I'm cornered. I can't move. It's got me.
Right there.
It's not. It's next to me on the bed and it's cornered me. Can we just show the viewers so they know I'm not exaggerating? Guys, get ready for this, okay? Show the viewers what the hell was on the bed. You can't. What the? You got to get closer to the camera.
Where is the camera?
I'll show you. You stay there. That thing was on the bed. Look. Look. Come on. No. I'm not exaggerating. How big is that? Let me just stay there. Where's my phone? Let me get my. Come here. Stay there. That. Who else wouldn't scream? You know, like really.
Oh, wait, I saw it.
Good. Well done, Jack.
Hold on, mate.
Yeah, that
Well
was on.
spotted.
That was next to me. Okay. So for those people that say I make things up for attention, you've just seen it with your own eyes. Turn that light off, please, Jack.
Right, okay. And continue. Right.
Okay. Someone's just come up. I'm hoping it's Jane and not a troll. Oh, Jane, just give me 5 minutes while I go and calm down, sweetheart. Did you see that?
That was one ugly spider. I know why you jumped.
Oh my God, Jane! Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Do you want me to start again, Jane?
Start again.
I want the stream to start again because of people.
Oh, I think everybody's okay, really.
Are they upset with me?
No, they're not upset with you. They're worried that you're all right, hon. You
Right.
know, and they understand because a lot of them are saying they'd be scared of the spider too.
You're upset.
Yeah. So I don't think so. A lot of people are supporting you. Here we go. Yeah, so, yeah, Space Cat's saying everybody's okay in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and saying hello. Everybody's fine, honey. They really
Okay.
are.
I just thought I wasn't sure if you were all upset with me for screaming, but I can't help it.
Oh, no, no, no. Nobody's upset with you. If anything, people are understanding. A lot of people say they'd be screaming too.
Right. Okay. That thing was next to me on the bed. Right.
That's an ugly spider. I can't believe how ugly that is.
That's what our giant house spiders look like in the UK. They're massive. They're huge.
Yeah,
They
I've
don't
not.
hurt you. That's
Right,
the thing. Sorry.
right. Yeah, they're not going to hurt you, but they are frightening looking.
Yeah. And they move so fast. They are so fast. Anyway,
Really?
I'll put it out. We won't hurt it. Okay. I don't hurt anything in this. I don't hurt things, but
Right. Right. So he's putting it outside.
yeah, he'll go and either put it over next doors or we'll probably put it in the shed or in the somewhere in an outbuilding.
Oh, Al's saying that's a baby one.
We've seen bigger ones than that. Yeah. That
Oh,
wasn't
really? Oh, wow. So you think it was in your laundry?
No, it was because Al put some folding on the bed for me, and it's crawled from my t-shirt, so it was on me. It had been on me,
Oh, that's creepy.
and that's why I had an absolute. It's coming with the washing, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that made me shiver. I wouldn't want that on me.
Fuck me, sorry, but
No,
wow.
no, but the trolls are going to have a fun time with that
Oh,
one.
don't
You know they
care. They
will.
can do some more spider porn. If
Oh,
anything,
yeah.
it's quite apt after last night
Yeah.
because I showed them the spider porn last night. You see, so
Oh, did you really?
yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then they will.
Because the orange one was a bit bright. Hello everybody. I'm here. I'm okay. Right, okay. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry for screaming. Honestly, we're gonna have to find the timestamp, Jane, and put a warning so that people, because what will happen is people will watch it, they'll hear me scream, and then they'll put a complaint in that they didn't get a warning, that they're deafened and all this stuff.
Oh,
So does anyone know, was it around 10 minutes when that happened? Oh my God. Right then, spider porn. Yeah, how ironic, Jane, is that we were talking about that last night. I told them about the spider. We watched the video. We watched my debunking of the spider porn.
oh, okay.
Because one or two people have been watching the troll videos and sending them to me, and saying, you know, are you having? Is the porn about you? So I thought, well, while we're here, we'll debunk it together and show them.
Mhm.
People were like, wow, you know, they couldn't believe what we go through.
How
Right, okay.
ironic that you just showed that last night and then the spider
Yeah,
happens
we
tonight.
showed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you couldn't make that up.
So there you go, folks. If anybody doesn't believe we have big spiders here, there you go. Right then. Thank you for understanding, everybody. I really appreciate you. We've got Miss Dog Lover up. I think this is Miss L. Miss Dog Lover. Hang on a sec. Miss Dog Lover, welcome to the live stream.
Hello, can you hear me?
You're not a porn bomber, are you, love?
No, can you hear me?
I can, sweetheart. Just checking you're not one of these weird porn bombers. I have to just check.
No. So I was just watching about the spider.
Yeah.
I used to have major problems with spiders in the autumn in my flat.
Yeah.
And since I got a spider catcher, I've not actually seen any of them around. So it's like they kind of know that I'm ready for them.
We've got one, but the stick broke off. But do you know what works as well? You haven't got any oils in your house, have you? Or
No.
diffusers, because they hate lavender oil. Hello, Jess. They hate cinnamon oil, and they hate orange oil. So I've been buying all these different eucalyptus. They hate. So I've bought a load of oils and I'll be putting them around my house. He's coming with the washing, though.
People think that we're just making a mountain out of a molehill, but these spiders, these house spiders, are huge.
They
and
are.
You literally cannot even get a pint glass over them.
No.
They're massive.
You spot on. You spot on. I think that should be our first topic, is who's had the biggest spider.
I can send you some pictures.
Smiley's just put that he was you were here, I think you are, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh my gosh, I was doing some things, listening to you on the TV, and the scream. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry about that scream. Al goes mad at me. I scream and he'll go, stop screaming. I can't help it. It just happens. They actually, all spiders bite, but most of them don't have any venom. But the big house spiders are quite not that bothered about you, but they are so scary. They'd escape from that was a big one, JJ. Right then, welcome everybody. Who wants to actually know? Let's forget the spider talk because I'm already freaked out. Let's distract me. Hello. So, Miss Dog Lover, are you Miss L in the channel, or are you a different person?
No, I'm Miss Dog Lover.
Are you new to the channel?
Since Phillip Schofield. So
right, okay, because you've not been you've not been on the panel before, have you? And called
no,
in?
I haven't. No,
you must not comment a lot because I don't recall seeing your name. Yeah,
brilliant. Well, thank you so much for coming up. And you know something, I'm so glad you've said that. You know, it's a natural reaction because a lot of people will probably be annoyed, and I can't help it. Hello, what's truth? I don't know if you heard that. If anybody wants to hear the biggest scream ever probably on a live stream, then go to about 10 minutes in and knock yourselves out.
No, but it's pretty normal because, like, when I used to have all these big house spiders coming in the flat in the autumn, like, it would usually be at bedtime, just as I was like winding down, and then you would find some massive bloody spider just staring at you. And like, they don't hurt you, like they don't have venom, but they are massive.
Well, see, now over here we have spiders. Well, we don't have them quite like that, but when I go to sleep at night, especially at my old place, I would get bit during the night by spiders all the time. And spiders have terrible little bites because you don't want to scratch them because that releases the venom, and they itch, but you want to try not to scratch it. And the odd thing is I would be, of course, sleeping right next to my ex-husband, and they never bit him. He would never get bites, but I constantly.
And our spiders, we do. Hello, Jem. We have something called false widows here, and we've got loads in our house. The brown widows. Yeah. Hello, Jem. Yeah. Sorry, Wanderer. Just want to say this. You Wanderer. Yes, we have the brown widows here, and they came over from the Canary Islands, and they're the cousin of the black widow, the false widow. We've got thousands of them in our garden, and they keep coming in the house, and they bite. We've had Al's been bitten a few times, and they're not indigenous to these isles, so they're gross. I see what's truth. There was a massive spider clipped. I knew it. I knew some. Do you know what? Go ahead and knock yourself out. Clip it. It's funny, you know.
Oh, fever. Oh dear.
But if you keep it, what's truth? Keep watching. You'll see it. Al gets it and shows it you. Bitten by a false widow last year. Yeah, they're horrible. They're horrible things. They will attack as well.
Yeah, I had a false widow. Actually, I found it in my bath and I boiled it alive because they are they're venomous. I mean, they can, they can cause real problems.
And the government say, oh, well, no one's died from one yet. But I don't believe that. And if you've seen the amputations online, if you actually Google false widow, you'll see some horrific pictures of people that have had amputations and so on. Anyway, Gem's here. So let's welcome Gemma. Hello, darling. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm calming down now, Jem, love. I don't know.
I just saw you made me jump. I was literally just coming back from
I'm
my
sorry,
kitchen,
darling.
and I was like, I brought my drink, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I
I'm
saw the
so
picture. I was
sorry,
like,
love.
it's all right, it's fine. It's like I just jumped. I was like, whoa! And he spilled my drink. I was like,
I'm sorry. I think
Hi,
I've scared.
Gemma,
I
then.
think I've scared the whole. Can you imagine all my
Jane.
neighbours thinking? I bet they've all rang the police thinking I'm being murdered.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing though. I'm very scared of spiders. Like I get so scared of even the most tiny little ones. Like, I ran my dad the other day because there was one crawling up my bathroom wall. I went to get in the shower and I could see some legs crawling up my wall. I'm like, and I had to get my dad to come into my flat. He lives like 10 minutes down the road from me. I'm like, Dad, come get the spider like now. He's like, right now. I was like, yes, right now. And he literally hopped in his van, come bang on my door, and scooped out and threw it out the window for me. I was like, I'm not going nowhere near it, not touching it. Nope. And my dad
That's nice of him, though, isn't it? So
yeah, I literally am terrible.
It was freaky. What I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna start off with a topic, but I just want to say before we start, there's been an explosion in Birmingham today, my old hunting ground. I don't know if you've heard about it, and I don't know whether it's a terrorist attack or what. Have you guys heard about this? The UK folk, obviously Jane wouldn't have.
Yeah. Smiley's got a timestamp for you.
On Google earlier.
Sorry, yeah. Smiley's got a timestamp, says Jane. I think we've got a bit of an echo going on. Miss Doglover, have you got YouTube open on a different tab?
No.
Well, it might be me. I'll check.
I don't think it's you, Jem.
Hold on.
There before. I don't think it's you, Jem. Hang on.
There we go.
Testing. There we go. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Testing. I've muted you, Jem. I'll bring Gemma back. Hello. Yeah, it's you, Jem. Jem, do you want to go and come back, my love? Have dropped down and come back, sweetie. Is that okay? You got an. Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
There's been an explosion. I don't know if anyone's got any information on this. Just before we start the stream properly, because obviously we've had a bit of a delay. Can't find it. You want the bathroom, please? There's been an explosion in Birmingham today. Now, I don't know why, so we'll have a quick look at it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some topics out. So I'm going to get people's opinions on several things that are going on, and everyone can have their opinion. And I think after what's been going on with the Dan Wootton thing, I'd like people to call in with their opinions. And all I'm asking is keep it nice. Don't patronise people. Don't be rude. We had one last night. Thank you, babe. We had one last night that's in the chat. Sorry. We had one in the chat last night. Now, this person, I won't name her, but she carried it on by email after. So she got quite nasty. I'm a member. Diane, my darling, the memberships have been taken away, sweetheart. YouTube have taken them off us till October. That's why you're not having your little badge next to you. I'm so sorry, I can't do anything about it. But if you want to join the temporary membership, you can. And I'm sure somebody will drop it shortly.
Oh, that would probably be me. Maybe I need to drop down. Yeah, so, I need to drop down.
You know what, Jane, it's up to you, love. Do you want to stay there or do you want to drop down? It's totally up to you.
Well, I'd like to stay.
You can come and go and, you can do...
Yeah, it's so rare that I come up anymore.
I know, because you're such a busybody. But that come out wrong. You're such a busy bee in chat, is what I meant to say.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, busy bee, not busybody.
Yeah, busy bee. Just before we get on to Dan Wootton, I just want to say 5 Birmingham fire live as explosions heard in residential area. So I know we have quite a few Brummies in the chat, which is where I'm from. I don't know what's going on. I'm wondering whether it's been sort of like a terrorist base that's blown up. I don't know, but it's in Hall Green, so it's south sort of Birmingham, mid to south, and it just says residents reported hearing explosions. Hall Green, Sarehole Road in Hall Green. It's not clear what is on fire, but the dramatic footage was shared. So just want to say, can everyone stay safe in Brum? If you're in that area, I would say within a mile at least, keep your windows shut. Is what I would say, but you know, just be careful, guys. There were screams as thick black smoke billowed into the air. So no idea what's going on in Birmingham, but I think it's become a bit of a war zone. Let's just see here.
I wonder if they've evacuated the surrounding areas.
Yeah, they might have. What was that noise?
I don't know.
That must be on this, surely.
It has to be.
Look at that. Start it again. It says the screams heard, but
It's real black smoke.
yeah, it's on here. It's not me.
Because normally smoke isn't quite as black like that. I wonder what's
Yeah,
burning.
this is what I'm thinking. It's like it's like a chemical fire, isn't it?
I'm wondering if that's
different.
some kind of gas explosion.
Maybe.
I don't know, because smoke usually isn't that black. That's really dark for like a typical house fire or something. Something is obviously on fire that causes black smoke. Maybe somebody in chat knows.
Yeah, maybe. Explosions heard. That must be a different story. So there you go. I don't know what's caused it. I haven't got a clue, but just stay safe if you're in Birmingham and watch out for that.
Yeah, burning tires. That's all I would think. Yeah.
Right then, Patreon link. Jane will drop it, or I can drop it soon. I just want to get the conversation going, and if I stop to do that,
well, I'll drop down if you can put the link to come back up.
Yeah, it'll be there, Jane. If you can drop the Patreon link, and I'll pin that, or the PayPal link, and I'll pin that, and then I'll just keep dropping the StreamYard link.
Okay. I'll drop out down for a minute.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. Jane's going to... Oh, thank you. So anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to be talking about Dan Wootton first. We're going to choose topics, various topics, and then people can come up and give your opinion. So we're going to try and keep it like not strict, but around the same topic. Miss Doglove, out of interest, you've been following the Phillip Schofield. We'll be talking about that as well. Have you been following the Dan Wootton accusations, hon?
Which ones?
Because, okay.
Right. With Dan Wootton, like obviously I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Phillip Schofield either. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say about that.
Well, last night we did a stream on it. We did basically his accusations. Let me just get this up now. His accusations. There's something not right with them, which is why I've been cautious about this. Now, the accusations are that he is a bully and so on and so on. But the main accusations are that he was pretending to be someone called Martin Branning and catfishing straight men and getting them to filming them having sex, and then blackmailing them. So all these accusations are coming from ex-colleagues. They're coming from an ex-boyfriend, because he's a gay man. So I'm just going to get the allegations up here. Now, he's been suspended from the Mail. Now, when it first came out, we were told that he was messing with children. Now, that's the first thing that I heard, was that he was messing with children, 15-year-olds, but that's changed now. Rebecca's going to have to... Sorry, I thought you were going then, sweetheart. I was about to say goodbye. So the 40-year-old presenter has written various regular columns, and this is just in the Sky News last night, just quickly. He's being investigated now after the Sun paper said they were also looking at allegations. And they're basically saying that he pretended to be this Martin Branning. He was blackmailing people. He was acting as this catfish guy, this Martin Branning person. I'll find the byline Times. And the reason why I've not been convinced by it all is because there's been no, like, for example, with Hugh, we had the photo doing the rounds. We had, it was in all the main paper. Now, this is part 7 of these accusations. They're saying that it's been a 3-year investigation and the police the Independent contacted the police and said that they were aware of it and they were looking if any criminal activities taken place. Now that was in June and nothing. There's no criminal charges. There's no actual evidence other than what they're saying in here is things like using the same passwords and stuff. It's just all substantial evidence. There's no actual evidence of anything happening. And I'm not a Dan fan, but I'm not a Dan hater. He's very anti-lockdown, anti-force prick and all that stuff. And this paper here, who are pushing it, are basically pro-lockdown, pro-Guardian, pro-BBC. Anyone like Dan is classed as a dangerous conspiracy theorist. And I personally think that this has been a hit job. Now, he may have done some of these things, I don't know, but they should have gone to the police with it, not just done this stupid... It's all been done wrong, in my opinion.
Can I just say why I don't particularly like Dan Wootton?
Is it because of the Caroline Flack thing?
Partly that, but mostly because of the Johnny Depp thing.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people don't like him for that. Hello, everyone coming in. But then I don't get it because Johnny Depp is no saint. Like,
well, he's not. No,
he's Hollywood elite. He has done some sick stuff, right? He's in. I don't even follow him, and I didn't follow that trial whatsoever. But people forget that River Phoenix died in Johnny Depp's nightclub. He is up to it in all this satanic Hollywood shit. So he's not innocent either. And
oh yeah, definitely. I completely agree with you. Like, people aren't innocent, you know. But I just think Dan Wootton. I think,
well, he did actually acknowledge the accusations, and he did actually say that he's made errors of judgment in the past. So he admitted that he's done wrong in the past, which I think is good of him. He hasn't hid away. He hasn't come out with mental health. He hasn't pretended to try and kill himself. He's also an openly gay man, and he's not pretending to be straight with kids and a wife. And I don't like that either. So let's just say that people are comparing him to what Hugh and Phillip's done. But what those two have done is involving children. Really banter. I'll give you a wrench, idiot. Sorry, I don't want to talk about her, but banter. I can help him with that. Tell him to email me. I'll help him. I know I can get it reversed. Don't worry about that. I enjoy some of your uploads. Well, thank you very much, Healing Vibrations. Thank you. So there you go, really. Birmingham was bombed by Russia, says Michael May. They'll probably blame it on Russia. Everything's Russia, Russia, Russia. Hello, Paul. So you haven't heard those accusations then about him then, Miss Lover. Anyone can come up. We can have up to it. And Sid has very kindly donated the StreamYard money, by the way. Just want to say a big thank you to Sid.
Thank you for having me on.
You're okay, my love. Did I just put the wrong article up? Sorry. I think it's a far left witch hunt. The Byline Times. I don't blame you. We've got a little bit of an echo still coming from your side. Just mute you while I'm just talking. Then I don't know if you've got another tab open. So Sid's just helped out, but if anybody else wants to help out, he goes to the rabbits. They've taken all my ad revenue off me, all my memberships off me. That was all going to the animals. And it's just, so if anybody wants to help out, you can. You don't have to. All my content's free. Hello, lovely Jubbly. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Banter, you should have a wrench now, my friend, I think. Yeah, you are. Okay. So what do you think about the Philip Schofield thing? Thank you, Smiley. Do you, so that's where you found me then? Was it the Philip Schofield thing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And what do you think there? You know, what do you think's gone on there?
Well, I think there were rumours about him, like, from like the 80s.
Yeah, there was.
And I've got absolutely no problem at all with people being gay, and you know, absolutely no problem.
Yeah, but I feel the same.
But recently he's just been so arrogant. Like
Yeah.
before he was like booted off the TV, he was just becoming so arrogant. And also Holly, I'm really not a fan of her.
Oh, can't stand her. Hello, Jane, my love.
Hi, hon.
I'm so sorry you've been demonetised. It's permanent. No, that you can. Well, they've told me I can apply again in October. So they don't like us talking about things. I'm just getting people's views in chat now. You can come up and give your view. So thank you so much, Ellen. April R says here, it's a manufactured story about Wootton, done to stir up speculation and draw out someone from his past. This, yeah, I do have a feeling there's something, and I'm not sticking up for Dan. I'm getting people say he could be a complete narcissist. He could be, hello Ian, he could be a complete narcissist. He could have been a bully. He could have done any of these things. I don't know, but I'm not going to vilify somebody if the accusations aren't around children. When someone's accused about messing with children and there's proof and they're not denying it, like Phillip Schofield admitted what he did, though he didn't admit he was 10, he admitted the kid was 15. Hugh admitted, hello, Paul, sending, he hasn't exactly denied it, has he? Hugh hasn't denied it. His wife didn't deny it, or husband, if you want to look at it, because she doesn't look like a wife to me. So you've got all this going on, but with Dan, at least he hasn't hidden away. And I'm trying to play devil's advocate, lovely jubbly. This is, I'm not going to go either way. Now, I'm being told that I'm being too soft on him. Show me some evidence. The best thing to do, Miss Doglover, is for you to go to the Byline Times. I'll put the link in if anybody wants to go and check it out and read it all yourself. I can't read it all now. There's 7 parts. There's probably more to come. Hello, Angel, my love. It's not good, but this is why I showed my video last night, Jane, is because they're accusing him of doing all these things. Now, I was saying how I've been accused of things and how they manufacture things. So if I jumped on that, then I'd be a hypocrite, because look what they've done to me. So hopefully people can understand why I'm very, very sceptical. And also, they've gone really quiet. Hello, Candice.
Are you talking about that Dan Wootton?
Yeah, he's on GB News, and
Okay.
he's very much on our side of politics. He's anti-lockdown, anti-prick, and the far left over here have been really going hard because that news channel is growing, and the BBC hate them, and the far left, all the Guardian, your Biden supporters, they're really gunning for that channel. So they'll do anything. Hello, Yvonne, love.
Yes,
They'll
it
do
makes
anything.
sense.
Yeah. So all these accusations have came out of nowhere, and it was perfectly timed when he was on holiday to make it look like he was hiding away.
Uh-huh.
And hello, free speech. Hello. Anyway, Yvonne's here. Hello, my love. Hello, darling. If you close down your YouTube tab, sweetie. Have you got a YouTube tab open in the background? Just double checking, because we'll get an echo. I think it's a big distraction. Honestly, I do. I think it's a big distraction from the Hugh thing. But I'd like people's views.
Hello, darling.
Hello, love.
What I can't find out
is
it's very echoey. What have I done?
Oh, no, you're okay, love. We can't hear you.
Okay, I'm all right now.
Have you got a YouTube tab open, sweetie?
Say again, sorry.
To interrupt. Can I just say, before we get into another topic,
yeah.
About 10 years ago, I worked with someone who went to school with Holly Willoughby, and she was a complete bitch, apparently.
Everyone's saying that. Interesting.
Yeah, just to say.
Well, I think anybody that reaches or tries to attain the level of celebrity, quote unquote, that they do have to be a bit of a backstabber. Even if they come off as the nicest person to the public, they didn't get their position without stepping across the bodies, if that makes any sense, in my feelings.
She's horrible, though. She's horrible.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, she won't even speak to anybody. So she'll be like, speak to my agent, like on an aeroplane when she was flying and stuff. So she's not very well liked. But that's my first topic really, apart from the spider thing. Space Cat, this is for you. Hello, you want to see me on camera? I'm not getting my feet out today. You've got to pay. OnlyFans coming soon. Watch this space.
Did you know Holly Willoughby wanted another £700,000 to do her job this year?
And she's got it as well. She's got it.
Did she get it?
Yeah, because her husband.
That's horrendous, isn't it?
Her husband is a producer. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bridget Blaine. Hello, Black Jack. Hello, everybody. Hello, that girl. Oh, Space Cat, this is just for you. Put my hat on as well. Where's my hat gone? My hat. Found my hat. Right then. So yeah, we're not going to be coming off this subject for now. We're going to be talking about these accusations and what people's thoughts are. There you go. People have been asking for the hat. There you go. What's this Oasis look? Hey up, hey up. Why is she still on if we all hate her? I don't know. I just don't know. The feet were on yesterday, I'm afraid, Rotherham. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, so what are your thoughts then? Yvonne, hello, by the way. Is this your first time or have you been up before?
Yeah, I was asking people on the chat earlier. I said, I've never done a live. So I thought, they were saying, you've got to have a lot of balls to come on. So
You've done really well. And you're on camera. Are you a scouse? Are you a scouse?
Can you not tell?
I love it. I love it.
I'm a scouser.
Hey.
Okay,
Calm down.
I need to know what's a scouse. I don't know.
A Liverpudlian,
Liverpool.
where
Okay.
the Beatles were from. That's what I say to our American friends. Just mention the Beatles and they know who they are.
Do you remember, to be honest with you, long-haired lover from Liverpool?
I don't. But
Liverpool.
Oh yeah, that was Jimmy Osmond.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Osmond
There you
brothers.
go.
Yeah.
I can hear Ninny Wig. Yeah, so you're not the only person that said that, Miss Doglover. Apparently, she's not a very nice person. But you know, you're going to get knobby people on. But she's apparently a really nasty person. So, yeah. So it's because of who she's married to, isn't it? Her husband is apparently a big producer. And hello, Julius, love. So that's why she gets where she does. So Miss Doglover, so you hadn't heard the accusations about Dan. What do you feel about Hugh?
Cosmic Wardrobe made me laugh.
So the accusations against Hugh Edwards.
Yeah, have you been following that as well, my love?
Yeah. So I've seen all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, what?
Have you seen the photo?
What photo?
The one that you want to poke your eyes out after you see it.
Right,
Oh,
I'll show the photo, but I will show.
No. Do I want to see it?
You're gonna
Don't worry.
You're gonna blur it. Yeah, the blurred version.
No.
Heidi Jane, thank you so much for the coffees and for Ellen for joining the Patreon. Don't worry, guys. Okay, I've censored the photo to save your eyes. So
I've seen it uncensored.
Jane did. Did you see?
You need to bleach your eyes out afterwards.
Yeah, unfortunately you do. Why can't I find it?
There's some
What is
background
wrong
noise.
with these people? Why did they do this?
Yeah, we've got some background noise. I think it's coming from you, Miss Al. I don't know why.
I think it is too.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's there. It's like a feedback.
Just a little bit, yes.
Yeah. Can you anybody else hear it, or is it just me and Jane can hear it? Let us know. I'm just going to look for this photo. It's disappeared
Miss
now.
Bell, I think you've got some feedback.
Yeah, I think maybe go out and come back, sweetie, because that usually works. Doesn't it, Jane?
Yes, it does. Can you even hear us? She's not responding. I don't know if she's got us on mute.
She's muted. Yeah, she's muted. So we'll ask Yvonne. Yvonne, so where did you find me, love? Was it the Phillip Schofield stuff?
No, actually, it was back in the day, Nicola Bulley. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, but I didn't subscribe to anybody. I was just listening to lots of channels and I couldn't make my mind up what was going on. And then I found you and I thought, oh my God, you're talking sense. And you've got the facts and everybody's just like going mental.
Was this about the plague that we can't? Yeah, this is about the plague.
No, Nicola Bulley.
Oh, the Nicola Bulley cat.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
Nicola Bulley.
Yeah, everyone was. There was people just making shit up for content.
Yeah, and you were the only person. You know, you were looking into it properly, not just going, oh, this and that and the other. So it was like, I settled on you. You were the first person I started watching on the Nicola Bulley case, and I thought you're talking sense.
Thank you,
You're
darling.
looking into
That's really
facts, and I thought brilliant. And I don't watch mainstream news anymore because of what you were saying. I'm like, oh my God, you're telling the truth. And then, you know, I looked at Mind Juice and all these other people and all that. I thought, no.
He's still going, isn't he? They won't let go.
I don't
of
think
it.
he's posted for about 3 weeks, but I did watch a lot of his stuff. He's American, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
But
I just, yeah.
what do you think? You've stopped doing it now, haven't you? A lot of people have.
Yeah, I've stopped doing it because the thing is, there's people were just pushing, and I was looking for this photo. I'm just trying to find this photo. People were just pushing and and just to try, you know. And it's like it's happened now. We've got the stupid result, which is a load of rubbish. I have my thoughts. I have my thoughts on it. I really do.
And I do. I'm keeping them to myself. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that Paul is involved. I think he probably knows. I find this photo now.
It's around 5:30 here. I think lovely Jubbly wanted to know. And hi, Ray Clay. Hi, my fellow Buckeye friend.
Hello, Ray Clay. Is Ray Clay here? Right,
I saw somebody say hi. Yeah.
But we can talk about the Nicola Bulley case. I had somebody today asking me if I'm going to be talking about it. I says, well, it's not going to be a topic, but you know, if people bring it up, it's not banned or anything.
Just passing comments, aren't we?
Yeah, but you ready for the photo now? I've got the photo.
Yes.
Yeah, so everybody get ready.
Yep.
Okay, I haven't blurred his eyes out, his face. You can see his face. But I have blurred out his bottom. But Jane has seen the original, and he's not got a bad bum actually for his age. I'm not going to lie.
No, he really doesn't.
Right,
it's
here we
true.
go. Okay, here we go, everybody. You look away now. This is actually worse than seeing my feet with my pink nails on. There we go.
It's not saggy or wrinkly. Actually, it's a good bun.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
I've put that across there for your eyes, guys. Okay, but that is Hugh, as you can see.
Oh gosh.
So, and he's got his knickers down, guys.
Wow, sexy Hugh.
Yeah.
Down around his ankles. Yep.
So he's got his knickers down. He's showing his bottom, and there you go. So he's sending these sort of snaps to 17-year-olds and then and then paying them 35 grand for them back. Come on. And people are saying he's done nothing wrong. It's gone now. It's gone now. Thank you so much, Heidi, for the coffee. Really appreciate
What the hell is wrong with these people? I mean,
that's
like,
not
what
fake,
the
is it, Skip?
Why? I mean, I know it's monetary, isn't it? But
Well, there's
how
that.
fucked must you be to do that?
I think they're all
just
doing it.
perverts, aren't they? They're just perverts, aren't they? Surely.
They're sick. I mean, to do something like that, it's bad enough, but I mean, it's bad because it's with kids.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, that's disgusting.
Anyone reason showing his bum, yeah, exactly. And it's the kid thing, you know. And hello Sharon, I honestly believe, hello Teresa, that this is just, they're all at it. I don't think this is a one-off. I don't think Phillip Schofield was a one-off, and I think the wives knew. And I'd like people to come up and give me your thoughts.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. They're all at it. They're all at it.
Yeah. We've got a bit of interference, sweetheart. Could you drop down and come back, please, Miss Dog Lover?
Sorry.
Is that okay?
Sorry, say again.
Drop down and click the link again. I'll put the link back in for you.
Yeah,
straight
no
back.
problem.
I think
Yeah.
that it sometimes gets rid of it. Thank you, love. Right, here we go. We can have some more people up. Exactly. Bridget Blaine hits the nail on the head. Now, I'm sick of people saying that he's done nothing wrong. Okay, and it's immoral. It is illegal. Bridget Blaine says it is wrong, apart from being illegal, because the age of consent for indecent images is 18, which it is. It's perverted and immoral doing that to children.
Yeah.
So, have you been following that as well, Yvonne? The Hugh and the Phillip?
Absolutely, yeah.
And
hate all these people that do that.
They're vile. And have you noticed how it's always these men, right? It's always these married older men.
Do you reckon they're all gay and they get married to women to make them look like the normal? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say normal. I don't know what normal is. But covering their story, and they have kids, and then behind the backs of the wives and the
wives
kids.
know, I think.
Do you think the wives know?
I would put money on that. That definitely they know.
Oh my God, it's horrific then, isn't it?
Because if you look at, thank you, Ray Clay. If you, right, let's give us an example of the second of Hugh. His missus, look at it anyway, it would send anyone gay, but there you go. His missus was involved with Phillip Schofield. She's a TV producer. She's dodgy. She's already knee deep in all this dodgy stuff. And also, I've had people come to me saying it was well known that Hugh was big in the gay scene in Cardiff in the 80s and the 90s.
I saw you say that. But
so
do you reckon... Sorry, carry on.
Just to say, well, if we know that, hello, Hardbod, and people, how can his wife not have heard that?
But would you be happy married to a bloke that you knew was actively gay, going to these clubs for years, and still keep on being married to him and having kids with him?
Well,
some women would.
I would go nuts.
There are women that would. I found out that my ex was bisexual. I didn't know. I lived with it for years until I found out. Then I can't live with that type of man. Now, he's remarried. I'm absolutely positive that she knows about it and she's fine with it. There are women out there who are fine with it.
Hello,
God.
Yeah, there are.
Hello, and I believe that Phillip Schofield's wife as well. Now, this is why, when it all, hello Funky, this is why when it all comes out and people go, why haven't the wives left them? Because they knew anyway. The wives, have you noticed how the wives never look shocked? You never see them looking upset, do you?
No.
If that was genuine, you'd be that angry. Like the wife defended him.
It's a deceit, yes. I mean, they are totally being deceived by this man. They would be shocked. They would be mad. I mean, they've been lied to. They would be angry. These women aren't. They know.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Comments somewhere.
So why do you think the women then put up with this? And just asking.
There could be two things. There could be money situation. I think she's a lesbian. There's no way that she's straight.
Yeah.
Or possibly transgender.
Yes.
Have you seen her? Have you seen
her?
I
have. Yeah, I have. I agree. She could be transgender.
Did you put a picture on that? And she looked quite male. The woman that he was with looked quite manly.
Very much so, my love.
I remember seeing that, yeah.
So
there you go.
Could be that. She might not be. If that's the case, then she hasn't had any children. If I found out Taffy was gay. Well, the thing is, you'd be fuming, wouldn't you? Is Taffy around? Is he going to come in, Alice, love? The whole of the BBC News. Yeah, I agree, Julie Dunn. Hello, my darling. Hello, Skip Donahue. Hello, Anne. Hello, Jeff Swig. No, she's not. Now, if let's just say, for example, anybody else can chime in, by the way. We're having a nice debate, not so much a mass debate tonight, but, it could get bigger. You're welcome to join us, people.
Yeah, please join. Yeah.
Come and join.
Get on board, guys. Get on board. More the merrier.
Hello, Guardian. Hello, Pincho. Hello, everybody.
And I totally agree with you, too. The money situation, a lot of these women, it's a security for them, for the money.
Yeah, security. They look good to people, the job situation, they're employed, they look like a family man with kids. He's an okay guy.
Right.
But
Just-
behind the
Hello.
scenes,
Hello,
knocking off other
darling.
men.
Hello.
It's
Thank
gone.
you for the link again.
Gone
Sorry.
now, my love.
I agree, Jane.
Good point. I just want to say Rebecca's got a really good point there, and that is a big possibility. She could be, I can't say this wrong, a hermaphrodite. I said that wrong, haven't I?
Hermaphrodite.
She does look like she could be, and it's not her. If that's the case, it's totally not her fault. I know somebody who had that, and they chose to be a boy, but they were born with a Mr. Winky and a uterus.
Ooh.
And it's awful for him, and he had to have surgery, and it took them a few weeks to work out what it was, because it was like a little Winky, but it had
both bits and pieces.
it's a shame.
That's
Yeah.
sad, isn't it?
No, we shouldn't be judging her, but at the moment I think she probably did know, but that's just my opinion. How can you not know?
Well, Hugh's wife had to know, because look at her speaking for him.
Yeah.
And the thing is he hid behind, in my opinion, hid behind the church, because from what I read, he was really a big churchgoer. He was really up there within the church. And unfortunately, we've seen that with the Catholic religion, where a lot of people hide what they do with young boys, and they use the religion to hide behind. It's almost like in plain sight. It's just really sad. And I think she has to know. And if nothing else, she's trying to, make either that, or she's in denial, one or the other.
Yeah, I genuinely believe that I thought they had 5 kids, they do, or 6. I believe that the fact that Philip Schofield's wife, they never even got divorced. When it all came out, they stayed married. Now, surely the first thing you'd do would be divorce. She wasn't shocked. She carried on going to award ceremonies with him, because he came out in 2020. And the only reason why he came out, and all the rumours were correct, the rumours were that Matthew McGreevy was about to out him at these awards. And it's still doing that echo thing again. It's not.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Right, I've just muted you a minute, Yvonne. Testing. Yeah, it's doing it. Have you got your YouTube tab open, love? I've had to mute you a minute, sweetie. You might have to go out and come back, which is what. Yeah, it's coming from your end. Click down and come back, or get some headset. Sorry. Yeah. So I genuinely believe that these people knew. Now, right.
I agree with you totally that
fast, apparently, Jane. I'm just looking for my phone.
that Schofield's wife knew. I totally agree with that 100%, that she knew and was on board with it.
Yeah, no, I totally do. And she carried on going to events and all this other stuff. She just like, they haven't even got divorced.
Yeah, it's like nothing changed when he came out years ago that he was gay. So a few years ago. I'm not so certain about Hugh's wife, but I'm absolutely positive that Schofield's wife had to know.
Are you talking about Hugh's wife, the one who defended him?
Yeah, I'm not certain that she really knew. She might be in denial. It's possible, but I think for certain that Schofield's wife knew. 100%.
Right, hold on. I'm just going to slow the chat down.
I think you're right. I actually agree with you. She must have known.
Yeah. She
had to have.
Right, I've slowed it down to 25 seconds. If you have a spanner, it doesn't affect you. Yeah, thank you, Smiley. If you want to go back to the me screaming, you can do. Yeah, Jane's got a lovely voice. Jane is in Ohio.
Thank you.
We've lost Yvonne.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he was nice looking, but I do think there's what about being bisexual? Possibly, but you'd know. I know. I genuinely think that some women don't, but when you're with a celebrity like that,
well, yeah, and then eventually the woman will find out. I mean, I was ignorant in my marriage for several years, but then eventually, your ignorance or your naivety leaves, and you start seeing things, and things aren't making sense, and you start questioning. So it can be for a while that you don't know something's going on.
Gemma's gone live, so I'm just.
Yeah, Gemma's
I
love.
can't get that image of Hugh out of my mind.
I'm sorry, darling.
It's just awful.
You should just wait if you saw the original. It's far worse.
Like, who took that picture?
He
Do
did.
you know?
He took it. He took it.
I think he's done like a timer and turned around.
Yeah, and took it like in a mirror.
Ugh.
Because
Yeah, it's
his
disgusting.
pants are around his ankles.
And someone just said that apparently he came out and said that hang on, Alice is used to go out on Thursday night. Yeah, see, someone said that it's saying it's fake. I don't believe it for 1 minute. Thank you for the hat compliments. I don't know whether I'm taking it off or not. I don't know. It does look angry, and you know, I think there's many more of these people, and they're not shocked because they're all at it now. Hugh, the reason why I believe they went quiet on Hugh is because he's probably got shit on all of them.
Possible.
And Phillip Schofield. I'm just great. Yeah, I did put a censored sign. Excuse me, but me and Jane did take one for the team. We did have to see it just to confirm it is the right book, and it was the right book.
Yeah.
Hello, Dr. David Bull. I had to start wearing women's clothing when my wife found a bra in the car. I had to.
Right.
I think Hugh's photo was taken by someone. Do your jacket. I don't because of the angle. It's like to put his phone on the side there and he set a timer or he's in the mirror. Is Yvonne going to come back? Yvonne, what happened to you, my love? I'm just saying hello.
Have you guys seen It's a Sin?
Is it a film?
It's a Sin.
No. What is it?
Okay. With Ollie from Years and Years.
Is it a film? What is it?
It's a program.
No, I've never even heard of it.
Look at that. Watch it if you can. I think it's probably on Netflix. And it mentions Phillip Schofield as being gay in the 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what about the what you call it, the spitting image? Hello, Di.
Yeah. That as well with Jason Donovan.
Yeah. Now I deleted a load of stuff off my channel because it was classed as reused content, so I've deleted it anyway.
Yeah.
So me back. So, but it's easily found. It's easily found, you know. So, is anyone else before we move on to a different topic? We're going to have several topics tonight. Just join the channel. Thank you, my love. Interesting chat. So we've only just tip of the eye. I agree, Di. I agree. Now the panel is open. Okay. Let me just see. What have I got my subscriber thing on? Let me just check. Sorry, guys. Subscribers of 10 minutes. Okay. So if you're new and you've just subscribed, you'll be able to talk in the chat in 10 minutes. Okay.
Oh, I thought I'd put it on 20.
It doesn't matter. Maybe I did it. I don't know, sweetheart, but it's fine. Jay, I just want to say that isn't entirely true. Okay. That's a misconception. Sorry, I'm going to have to mute you again. I don't know why it's doing it, love. Yvonne, come back. That isn't entirely true. Do you know why? Because he proved in court that when they said it was a lie. He didn't say he wasn't actually gay. He used, we're going to get onto that a little bit in a minute, Tad the lad. I've got a few topics lined up and then we can all debate them. So anyone else is welcome up. Please click the link. It's a call-in show. It's free to call. All you have to do.
I'm going. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're going, darling. I only muted you for a sec. I weren't going to.
No problem at all. I need to go to bed.
Oh, okay, my love.
Thank you so much for having me on.
You are
thank you for coming up.
Thank you, darling.
Take care, babes. Take care.
Love you, darling. Take care. Lots of love. God bless. Night. And then there were two. So this Jason Donovan thing, he did sue, but over the years, it's ended up becoming a slight of a myth, a very slight myth. Now, AI can confirm this. Let me just call Al, all right? because we're still talking about the Jason Donovan, Phillip Schofield. If anyone's got any thoughts on Dan Wootton, that we're going to be talking about this now. So, and then we're going to move on. I want to get people's thoughts on Trump, what you think if he's going to run, is he going to get the nomination. I want to get people's thoughts on that. We're going to put a few other little topics out. We're going to have a look around, see what else is going on. I may ask about the dinghy diving. We've got to be careful. So everyone is welcome. Just keep it nice. Call me Al. Jason didn't. I genuinely believe. Right, hello, Steve. I genuinely, honestly believe that Jason Donovan is gay, and he's another one. This is my opinion, same as Simon Schofield. My opinion. I can have an opinion. He can call me gay if he wants. Am I going to get the lawyers out? No. The fact that he's getting the lawyers out, to me, says it all. Do you know?
Who's Jason Donovan, hon?
Jason Donovan. He was the one that was in Neighbours. He was with Kylie Minogue. Let me just get Al a sec. Hold on. Kylie Minogue. Have you heard of Kylie Minogue?
Yeah, I know who she is.
Awesome, Julie. Sorry.
I've never watched Neighbours, so I don't know that.
Right. Okay. Well, Neighbours is the best thing in the world, and it's coming back soon. But I just want to say that I'm a massive Neighbours fan. If we've got any Aussies in, thank you, Australia, for giving us Neighbours.
Now, I've heard you say that, so I know you like it, but I'm clueless about what it is because it's not over here.
It's a bit like Days of Our Lives, but an Australian version.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Al's here. I just want to ask Al about Jason Donovan. So, Al, you met him, didn't you? Is that right? Yeah. Right. So, Al, my husband worked in the music industry in the late 90s and noughties. So, hello, DJ Rockford. We're going to get Al now explain to us what happened at the time. You was there, wasn't you, when he sued?
Yeah, he was actually in the studio at the time. It was either at the same time that the court case was going through, or it was just.
Hello, Lady Lou.
It was just before, because
Can you hear Al okay, by the way? Can you hear him okay?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Just keep nice and loud.
Because we were all kind of like sworn to secrecy that he wasn't there, and nothing that had happened there was ever told anywhere, and all this sort of stuff.
And tell us about what you said, that you weren't allowed to talk about the fact that he was actually gay. It was known, wasn't it? It was admitted in the studio.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is before the days of people being bisexual. Even
there wasn't the internet, was there? Really,
there wasn't really the internet. I mean, I'm sure there were bisexual people, but there weren't. The term wasn't really thrown around. So, I mean, that's the reason I'm saying is that because I think he's bisexual, but. At the time, there was the big gay hoo-ha, and it was blatant because the bodyguard said to me, he said, "I said, oh, so what sort did you get up to last night?" He said, "Oh, we just down Soho." And I was like, "Oh right, okay. Was that you and I sort of like the nudge and the wink sort of thing?" And he went, "Yes, it was. Yeah." I was like, "Oh right, okay."
And then didn't you say that when the face thing happened? Is it right that they didn't sue? They didn't actually. They sued because of that specific accusation, wasn't it? It wasn't actually being gay. Can you explain that a bit better, or was it?
It was a technicality.
Yeah, it was actually a technicality. Yeah. Al's got loads of tales. That girl. He does come on sometimes, doesn't he, Jane?
Oh yes, he does.
And he
it's always nice. Always like it when Al comes on.
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable, his AI. He worked with a lot of the big bands in the late noughties, mid to late noughties, and mid to late 90s and early noughties. So he did get off of a technicality. Now, was it known in the studio that he was gay? They're not going to sue you now. It's been too long. He did sign. Did you sign an NDA?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. No, I didn't sign an NDA. I just did it out of professional courtesy, It's It was professional courtesy. Back in the day, you didn't, you worked with people like that. You didn't go around telling other people their business.
Yeah, different now, isn't it? Yeah, he was a sound engineer, Nicola.
It just wasn't done. But nowadays, it's like you've got to nail everyone down with an NDA because they'll just go and blab.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It always mean anything.
Yeah, autistic intelligence AI, which is what. Can I have a Coke or a can of diet, whatever you call it, stuff? Yeah, not diet, green. Yeah. He may have been by Jay, but they got him on a technicality because the actual accusation was what it was. Now, Spitting Image knew, everyone knew. And the thing is, the reason why they didn't want to admit it back then as well, because it would have ruined their massive fan base. Like me, I was in love with him. I went to watch him in concert. It was the thing, him and Kylie and Jason. It was to look good. It was to keep...
massive female, massive.
Thank you.
Majority of but also he did have a massive gay following as well.
He did, yeah, and so does she as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to take that as well. I think most to take that were gay. No, it's not got aspartame in it, guys. Look, I'll show it you. Hold on. This is called green cola. Other colas are available. Just put this light on. I'm not very good at these remotes. Oh, hang on. Right. It's called green cola, okay? And it's not made by Coca-Cola. I'm just going to make it big a minute, Jane, love.
Oh, your fingernails go really lovely with a can.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, looks great.
Still going. Look, they've grown, but they're still going.
It's wonderful. I love the color.
It's been over 2 weeks. Thank you, Jane. So it's called green cola, okay? And it's no sugar, and it's not made by Coke. It's a UK company, and it's got no sugar, no aspartame, no preservatives, and it's used stevia plant. Now, they've also brought out an orangeade, a cherryade, and something else, a lemonade. And Jack has the orangeade, because Jack's not allowed fizzy unless it's got no crap in it. I was giving him the full sugar version, but then I found this stuff. I don't really want to give him sugar, but I don't want to give him aspartame either. Okay, so it doesn't have crap in it. Now, the ingredients... I've got them on camera on my own now. That's better. Yeah, anyway, it's not got aspartame in it, okay? Can you say it all again, says Tones?
Does it taste good, though?
Yeah, it tastes. I want to taste it now. No, I'm very fussy, all right? I have real Coke now and again. Yeah, it's good. It's not as good as real Coke, but it's not far.
Okay. Nice.
It's stevia. I think there's a tiny... It says there's no sugar, but I thought there was a tiny bit of sugar in it. But anyway, it's all right. It's not the best. It's not as good as real Coke, but it's not going to be.
Right, but you're not getting all the other preservatives that you are in the real Coke.
I do have real Coke as well, now and again. Well, you can get real Coke in bottles over here, Kimberly, and it tastes the same as the US. So what I'll do, I'll rotate. I had a Coke yesterday. I'll have one of these today, and then I might not have fizzy them for another week. We will be talking about Trump shortly. Whoever just asked about Donald Trump. So I want to know if we've got any more people that want to come up and give your opinion about Dan Wootton. Now, I've been attacked a lot by people, mostly on the left, saying that I should be looking into... Are we doing sign? No. Hello, David. How you doing? No, I'm just showing you. Someone asked what I was drinking. Anyone here think that Roger Waters and Richard Gere resemble one another? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Get a leather cap with chain. Keep more with the theme. I could do, couldn't I, Anne? Has anyone else... Look, this is your chance, right? The link's gone in. You want a 60-second warning. I have been attacked constantly by people on the left. Hello, Colin, welcome. And just generally saying, people going, oh, you know, you're not looking into that. Look, guys, okay, I have looked a lot into this, and the Byline Times, I am struggling to take them seriously. All right, I am struggling. We're doing a little bit of digging. Their backers are so involved with dodgy people, right? The people that started them, they're involved with, what was it? All these different think tanks, these far left. It is, Colin. All these far left organisations. They support BLM. They support critical race theory. They call me and anyone like me a far right conspiracy theorist. They want forced lockdowns, forced pricks. They are commies within the world, and they're literally following what the government do. So I think the deep state. So I'm struggling to support anything what they're saying, and they're also liars, because their article came out. The article that they brought out in, hang on, we've got someone join. The article, hello, hang on. The article, one sec, mate. The article that they brought out in 2020 has been debunked now. They said that the Great Barrington Declaration was a load of rubbish, right? So we know that's not true now. So they won't apologise, and they will not say, they will not admit that they were wrong. So, right, okay, we have some new people. Are you the guy that was talking to me about?
Yes,
I'm
yes.
so sorry, I never got back to you.
Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, I had
useless.
offered. Yes, I did give I suppose a debate, an open debate on this stuff with Dan Wootton. I know your take on it, Patty, I know is maybe a little bit different from mine.
Who have you been talking about? Are you the guy that got in contact with me? Talking about Phillip Schofield, used to work for him.
I think we did. Why? No, no. I did a video, The Dark Side of Phillip Schofield.
Oh.
Does that ring a bell with you?
So you're not the guy that used to work for ITV that wanted to talk to me?
No. I've
okay.
done videos on the Phillip Schofield controversy, but no,
Oh.
I'm not that. I'm not that guy. No.
What name are you going by on YouTube so that we know what to call you? I don't.
Yeah, this is my real name, Stephen Mackey.
Oh, this is Steve.
I don't know who Steve is, James.
Is this Steve it goes by Steve in YouTube in the chat?
No.
Yeah, Stephen with a V.
Oh.
You're not Steve in our chat, are you? You're not in our chat. You're a YouTuber.
I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, I mean I've been on your live stream once or twice before.
You're not Steve in the chat with the England flags, no?
No, I'm Scottish. No, I'm not.
Yeah. Well, that's what I wondered what you went by in the chat. Maybe if I could place you.
So you've jumped up. No,
Okay.
I don't think he's from the chat. I think he's a YouTuber.
I gotcha.
So
Okay.
I know this guy says just week. Right, okay. So you've come up before we've ended this segment. Okay, so you're covering this. Are you one of these people that have taken the Byline Times as gospel?
That's a good way of putting it. I suppose I wouldn't say necessarily the Byline Times. I've put it as gospel. They have stuff labeling people that question the climate change narrative. They call them climate deniers. So there's a lot of things when it comes. They do. Yes. That's one.
Oh
thing
yeah, the climate
Byline,
deniers. Yeah. But if you look at them, have you seen any of my work with researching these people?
I haven't seen all your videos, to be honest with you. No,
yeah, that's fine.
So you could enlighten me on this stuff. I mean, people say stuff about these guys that they've lost. I think did they lose a defamation case or something? It was, I believe, Douglas Murray.
Yeah, they
right.
They are clearly deep state. That's pretty obvious. They're pushing everything. Like, people believe that Labour and Tory are like left and right. They're a uni party. They're both the same. Yeah. So when you've got the Byline Times going for Tories, it's laughable. They're trying to make this as though it's a Tory against Labour thing. Now, Labour backed everything that the Tories did during lockdown, and these people, they went for Toby Young. They lost defamation against him. He's part of the Free Speech Union. They've done articles on what they're calling conspiracy theorists like me. They did articles back in 2020 saying that people who denied that the plague, who called the plague a gene therapy, which it is, were conspiracy theorists and dangerous. They have gone hard on anybody who is against the narrative, and they were angry at Boris for not lockdowning sooner. They are literally deep state trying to create a fake narrative of left and right in this country. There are no left and right anymore. We've just got a one uni party of socialists, and anyone who goes against the narrative, like, this is not a conservative party, and they're attacking the conservatives when the conservatives have adopted net zero. Now, a real true conservative party would not adopt something that was shutting down businesses and destroying regular folk, and creating this socialist state. So I don't know how anyone can take them seriously. The quote that the tweet that they shared was fake, saying that Dan Wootton was taking private time. It was a fake tweet, part of their evidence, and they've been done before. And they haven't retracted. They haven't said that they got it wrong in 2020. They literally tried to destroy the Great Barrington Declaration, the doctors behind that, saying that they were just liars and conspiracy theorists and dangerous, and we should trust the science. And I don't know how anyone can take these people seriously. They're going for anyone who is standing up against that narrative. So when all this broke, I was asked to look into it and to put stuff out, and I held back, and people going, oh, you're not looking into it properly. I was like, yeah, actually I am, but I want to look into who are making the claims. And all I see is Guardian, BBC, think tanks, far left think tanks behind the funding this paper. And I know that when I go deeper, which I'm going to do, I know I'm going to find George Soros in there as well, but I haven't found him, but I haven't looked that hard yet. So I don't know how anyone can just run with this shit without doing their research. That is what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, one thing though, I mean, Byline Times want to say it's a hard. Oh, no, sorry. Dan Wootton wants to say it's a hard left agenda. I don't think it's a hard left agenda. I mean, first off, was Dan Wootton ever really political before he went on GBUs? He wasn't. He was known as that.
He was against the prick and all that from the start.
Oh yeah. That's and I did notice that he did start to, and it's funny because a lot of these people who are on GBUs, and I don't know if you're a follower of GBUs or not, a lot of them started out on that talk radio show, and it was around the same time of what happened, 3 years ago, the whole COVID scamdemic. And it was odd because then all of a sudden, just about a year later, they launched GBUs, and all these people who weren't known as political people before that, Neil Oliver, Lawrence Fox, who was an actor before, they're all coming on GBUs, and all of a sudden they know it all when it comes to politics. And
no, I don't think it's that.
But what I'm getting at is, though, some people will say, well, these guys are controlled opposition.
Welcome, new person.
Hi.
Sorry, you've got a tab open. I've got to mute you. You've got a YouTube tab open. You need to turn you've got a YouTube tab. Are you on your phone?
Is that me or is that her? Am I?
It's her.
Right. Yeah. So you need to come out and shut YouTube.
Right.
Yes.
Well, how will I hear you?
Sorry, a minute, Steve. 1 minute.
No.
Okay, I've had to mute you. So what you have to do, that you have to close YouTube and use StreamYard. So you click on StreamYard, then you close YouTube, you swipe the app away, and then come back onto StreamYard, and you'll be able to use that.
You're going to have to come out and come back in to do it.
Yeah, come out and come back in again. Click the link again.
And make sure the tabs are closed.
Yeah, make sure you close your YouTube tab. There we go. Carry on, Steve.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, these people are coming on GBUs who weren't known as being very political before. Now, Neil Oliver. Think about Neil Oliver. Until 2020, Neil Oliver was just doing the shows that he does about archaeology, history, or whatever. We didn't know him to be very opinionated when it came to politics. But Dan Wootton, though, when he he's getting the whole 150,000 he wants for legal fees, he's only got, raised 38,000 so far. And he starts out, and it's very calculated. He's saying this is a hard left campaign, which I personally don't think it is. And then he makes that point to say, oh, they're just trying to destroy me financially. And obviously that's by design, because he's looking to get your money, and then emotionally, spiritually, blah, 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 etc., etc. But the thing is, with Byline Times, I mean, they obviously want a lot of money as well. They're even looking for more than Dan Wootton, right? Or they've raised more. So you could make the argument that this whole thing going on with Dan Wootton Byline Times is just one big grift, one big psyop, whatever you want to call it. And both sides are just as bad as each other.
That happens a lot over here, where we see that, where they'll have the right as well as the left, but each side is just as bad, and they're playing off each other. And it's what they say, the two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
They're both trying to disrupt. They just disrupt differently.
Well, I think the reason why, hello, welcome back, sweetie. I think the reason why they joined GB News is because this country has gone, in the last 3 years, that everyone's just been censored. And like what happened to Dan Woot, what happened to Lawrence Fox? He got sacked as an actor because of his views, and it literally divided the entire country. Hello,
I still think.
Hi.
No. So it's like it divided a country. Like Brexit, it was all about division. The crack started with Brexit, and then when this plague thing happened, it caused this huge split, and it was like anyone that is against this narrative was put into this box.
We're getting an echo still, honey. You're still echoing. Do you have a tab open still?
I've just muted her a sec.
Yeah, she's going to have a tab open still.
Yeah, what we'll do, when you speak, just unmute when you speak, sweetheart. I'll get on to you in a sec, love. Have you got just hold on 1 sec, and then I'll shut up. Okay, so I've muted you. Yeah, Sonic's a puppet. They're all WEF puppets. Now, you look into who's behind the Byline Times. You do some research, and you will see who these people are. These people are not. They're not interested in any truth. Put it that way. Everything they do is pro Fabian. Do you know what the Fabian Society is, Steve?
I've heard of them, but I haven't really done research on them, though. No.
Well, if you look into the Fabian Society, then you will understand. You see, this is the thing. You see, people don't know who these people are, and they're running with stuff. It's utter bullshit, right? The Fabian Society are part of this entire thing.
Yeah, Penny has actually done YouTube talk on what the Fabian Society is.
Doing it again, aren't I, Jane? To go.
Yeah, really good. You've done really good on it. Yeah.
So Tony Blair, Fabian, Sadiq Khan, most of the WEF people, Jeremy Corbyn, they're all Fabian Society members. And they all are pushing this narrative, and the Freemasons are against the Fabians, and you've got this war going on between the people think that everyone's a Freemason. They're not. People just presume that Tony Blair's a Freemason. He isn't a Freemason. Donald Trump is more likely to be a Freemason, and
yes.
It's just ridiculous.
Fauci's maybe one. I think I've seen something of him doing the hand sign, behind the coat. I've seen that.
I don't know. Possibly. I haven't looked into it enough. But there's you've got the Freemason. I haven't looked into him specifically, but you've got the Freemason, and you've got different offsets of them, different groups, and so on. So, so you believe then that Dan's guilty?
Well, I think it's a good chance. I mean, I'm maybe I'm a bit old school in that, there's no smoke without fire. I mean, you've got Guardian reporting on this, and at the very bottom, and I don't know if you saw the Guardian article yesterday, that Dan's lawyer has said that, he's denying many of the allegations against him. Key word obviously being many, not all the allegations. From looking into that article from the Byline Times yesterday, it seems to be that stuff with the data leak that they've been able to reveal that, you know, when it comes to the catfishing with Martin Branning and Maria Joseph, that definitely was Dan. It seems to be obviously what the mainstream have been running with is the catfishing and the blackmailing allegations. You know, there was the one when it came to the drugging and the rape by Kev Sutherland, I think it was. But that hasn't been getting much coverage though, because I think a lot of people think that this guy is basically just is a liar and has already been, because he's been convicted of extortion. So they are not. He hasn't come off very credible. So most people that's why that hasn't been getting any coverage at all. But when it comes to this allegations, when it comes to the catfishing and the blackmailing, then yes, I definitely believe that to be true though. Yeah.
I think £500 blackmailing someone for £500 when you've got that sort of money is just utter bullshit. And the thing is, if it was true, why have the police had it all this time and they haven't done any arrests, even if they arrest him and release him on police bail? And if it were true, then there's no court case, because the byline time have just leaked everything. So even if they genuinely wanted a court case against Dan, they wouldn't be able to put all of this information out there. They
Rebecca,
would say,
I wish you'd come up on panel. I wish Rebecca would come up on panel. She's bringing out such good points.
She is. I'm just going to get on to $1 Million Lex. Hello, love. How are you? Oh, shit. Hang on. I need to unmute her. Oh, you've muted yourself, love. She's muted us.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but
yep.
You're getting an echo.
Am I echoing?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, guys, I'll tell you what. I'm charging up my wireless earbuds. So what I'll do is I'll mute myself because I don't want to, be irritating with the echo.
You're okay when you talk. It's when we talk. So if we shut up and you talk, we'll be good.
Okay, cool. Well, obviously, I love your channel anyway, and I was, I'm always, I think it's a bit of a release, really. You come home and you're like, right, I need to find some normal people that can see what's going on.
What's normal?
But no, I didn't know, the subject matters of like Trump or, the way the world is and stuff. I mean, obviously trying to link in, I couldn't quite keep up to where it is now, but yeah, I just think that the world's gone a bit crazy and there's definitely an agenda, and we're just getting distracted beyond all belief now.
Yeah, it's gone insane.
I don't know what your views are on the whole Andrew Tate situation, because I know that's sort of been announced today as well.
I haven't researched it enough to give an opinion, but I have got a friend who's researched a lot, and she's going to pass it everything to me, and she's saying that he's guilty of sin.
Really?
And she's got proof. So I'll be presenting
that. I just would have thought
guilty,
that
honey?
Tate.
Sorry?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he is too.
I need to look into it even more, because I've been trying to keep up to date with the whole saga, but I believe that the judge looked at everything that they did to the absolute wire of everything they could, and it just sort of got thrown out, and now he's sort of out of house arrest. I think it's been 6 months.
I think Tate's guilty. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't got an opinion because I haven't looked into it.
No, I don't know either, and you just don't know if it's a psyop or what. That's the thing. You don't know what is what anymore. But
Kimberly, love.
I think
It's
current
interesting.
flavour of
It's interesting that you say that about being a psyop, because I have that theory that it could be, because with Andrew Tate getting arrested, the camera seemed to be in the right place at the right time. Like, they got the money shot of Andrew coming out first, and then the lesser known brother Tristan right behind him. There's just like certain things that are just a little bit odd to me. And Tate is always doing these weird kind of, I think they might be Masonic hand signs. He does them all the time in photos, even when he's standing up, like when he's like posing, like he's out at a gym. And it's very strange, the guy. And he was a reality TV star before. Even before, I know probably you guys have heard that he was on Big Brother about 6-7 years ago. But I believe his brother Tristan was on Shipwrecked. Tate was on some other reality TV show. might have been 12 years ago or something like that, when he was kind of young and he was kind of a more like nerdy guy with glasses. And I think, okay, you know, reality TV shows, let's be honest, it's acting for the most part. You know, these people are actors. And that's kind of the question I've had, you know, is Tate really just acting? Is this just one major giant psyop shit show from distract us from bigger things, you know, Hunter Biden's laptop and all this other bigger things?
Willoughby even said he admitted moving to Romania so he could get away with doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
I think he's guilty.
But they haven't, from my understanding, I don't think there's anyone that's come forward to accuse him of anything. But you know, I haven't looked into it all, but I just think we're being bombarded with so much information all of the time. I mean, the Schofield thing, I'm so on that. I mean, I cut hair and I speak to a lot of people every day.
Oh, do you?
I like to find out. Yeah. And so I guess my life's a bit like Gogglebox because I find out what everyone thinks. A lot of the time, because the TV's such trash, sometimes I will just put GB on.
Yeah, I watch GB News sometimes.
But someone said to me yesterday, they were like, ever since, you know, you've had that on, I watch it when I go home and this is crazy and that's crazy. So you get to find out what people's opinions are and you get to watch them change. And I think that's what's really interesting. So
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, literally at the moment, everyone's pissed off with the orange, the Just Stop Oil. So
it's a fucking joke. It's an absolute fucking joke.
I just can't believe how we take it all though. If you went back 5 years and you said, right, all these things are going to happen and everyone's just going to take it, I'd have been like, no, but it's just shocking.
The world's gone nuts. Come up, John, if you want. Big John, Lawrence in the house. Welcome up. Everyone's welcome up. We've got that echo again. Welcome. Who else has come in? Mara. Yeah, so it echoes when we speak. So you've muted again now. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, when you speak, it's fine. I'll shut up. Could you please confirm that Smiley is a humanoid? Smiley is a humanoid. Smiley is a real person. Hello, Margaret. Welcome, everyone coming in. If anyone wants to pop up, come up and give your views. We're just you know, Andrew Tate. Now, I haven't given an opinion on him because I don't have enough information. I will not talk about something and give an opinion without researching it to death. So one of my friends has done a lot of research. She's collated so much. And she says, Penny, I'm going to send a lot to you and you can put it out there. I'm hoping she's going to come up and go through it with me. But I won't talk about something that I don't know enough about or she's dropped. So I don't know. I'm 50-50. But when it came to the Dan Wootton thing, I researched you know, who are the accusers? And it just screams to me of either a psyop or a set.
Yeah, Willoughby, could you come up too? Because you're making some excellent points.
Yeah, everyone is welcome.
Yeah, I wish Willoughby and I wish Rebecca would come up. I mean, everybody's welcome, like you said, but
well, some people are shy, aren't they? But
they are.
Don't be shy.
I suppose when it comes to Dan Wootton, though, the question is, what allegations will he admit that are true? If he's saying he denies many of them, but not all of them, you know, that's the thing. Is he going to admit that there was bullying there at the Sun? That
probably is bullying, yeah.
Payouts was up to £1 million, and you know that was obviously pretty strong stuff. You know, there was the one person that brought a knife to the meeting, and they were going to slit their wrist right then and there. They just couldn't handle it anymore with the bullying.
To me, that's just bullshit snowflake stuff. There's bullying at work these days. Everyone is a snowflake. Everyone. Big John in the house. Hello, John. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Hiya, guys. You all right?
How you doing? If you don't know John Lawrence he's got a channel. If you click on his link, I'll put your link in, John.
Well, I am leader of a registered political party as well.
He is registered political party. There you go. I'll pop the link in. But just going back to it, it's like these days everyone's like snowflake. You know, I'm being bullied at work. Do you know how much bullying? Hello, Taffy. Do you know how much bullying I took at work when I was at work? Like, shouted at, screamed at. When I was pregnant, I'd be in the toilet crying. And these days, everyone's like, oh, they shouted at me. Oh, I'm going to, fucking man up. 100 years ago, they were sending 10-year-olds down the mines. I just find this all bullshit. He probably was a bully. They're probably all fucking bullies. Narcissists to get where they are because they're bullies. My husband says, big up, John. There you go. He remembers you from back in the day, John, when I used to go in your chats. Right, okay. So that's just my thoughts on it. Now, I'd like to know Big John's thoughts on the Andrew Tate stuff. Have you been following that, John?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's not popular. He's not popular with me, but he speaks out, and they just want to cancel him. Just the same as they want to cancel GB News. They've attacked Nigel Farage. I don't know if you've seen the other week, one of the GB News presenters was giving out some awards.
Yeah, seen it, yeah.
Yeah, and the Mark Stein, they got rid of Mark Stein. It just, honestly, they're just trying to cancel people. And these days, you don't need to tell the truth to cancel someone. Do you? You don't need to tell the truth. You just need to...
Oh, Jane's gone.
You just need to get into people's minds that they might have done something, and that's it. They're cancelled. And if you ask me, I've looked at some of it, but if you ask me, it's an attack on those who speak out. Nigel Farage, GB News. They don't get any advertising, do they, off any mainstream advertisers?
Yeah, no, they don't.
So they just want to shut them down. And
yeah, it's true.
Nigel Farage won that award, must have well pissed them off, honestly.
Yeah, it did. It did piss them off. It really did. I don't know if you've seen that, Stephen. And what do we call you, Lex?
Hang on. Basically, Lex, just Lex. Silly name in a long time ago. So yeah.
You're all right, love. You got some echo again. Anyone else can come up if you want to talk about it. Taffy, I was told that you were busy, so I'm very glad you've came in. So welcome. If you want to check out Big John's channel, he's a what would you say, John? Patriot?
Oh yeah, definitely. Nationalist.
He gets called far right, even though he's not. He's mixed race. This is the ludicrousy of what we're living with now. It's like calling me anti-short people when I'm short. You couldn't make this shit up.
This is what it's like living in Oldham. We have a council leader called Arut Shah, yeah? And when she first ran for being a councillor, she's got pictures of her with a Labour rosette on next to one of Dale Cregan's gangster pals, a getaway driver called Irish Shimmy, while she's campaigning. A brother is a drug money launderer, and another one of her friends, and they're all wearing Labour rosettes, is a convicted kidnapper who sexually tortured his victims. And so she's running round now as council leader. So I'm like, well, does that mean I can get a convicted gangster, next to me? So in my next elections, I want to be controversial and take in somebody as my election agent who's controversial.
You got no chance, mate. No chance.
Well, I mean, you might say I've got no chance, but at the last election, Irish Immy, this gangster, was walking around with his suit on. He'd been invited in, so I can't have somebody like that. These are the kind of things I want to call out Oldham on. But
yeah.
But honestly, they're trying to cancel everyone who speaks out. Nigel, I'm not a fan of any of them. I'm not a fan of GB News. I like some of the presenters. They were really shady with Mark Stein.
Yeah, they were.
Absolutely shady. He was my favourite person on that channel. And he talked about Oldham a lot. And he really went to town on the grooming gangs more than any of the other presenters. You know what I mean? And when you talk about grooming gangs, you get cancelled. It's just simple as. That's what I feel about all the situation with Dan Wootton, Nigel Farage, anyone else they're attacking. They just want to cancel them. And you can cancel them with no evidence. You know that, Penny. You don't have to have any concrete evidence or anything. You can cancel someone just like that.
Yeah, I get called far right. I got mixed race bloody family, Windrush generation. You know, it's just ridiculous. So what have I ever done that's far right? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, Taffy, I've known John for years. I didn't know you knew Big John. Anyone can come up and give your opinion. So so with the Andrew Tate thing, I can't give an opinion because I haven't looked into it enough. So I don't know. But I will look into it. I have been sent a lot of stuff and I will look into it. What do you think about Trump then, panel? We'll start with Jane because Jane's our American on panel from Ohio. So Jane, did you vote Trump, my love, when the first time round?
No, I didn't. I didn't vote last time at all.
Okay. No, not the last time, sorry. The time when he got in. Did you vote for him then? The first time?
Yes, I did.
And then the Biden, the B-Day, can't stand that man. He makes me feel sick. You didn't vote at all? Okay.
No, I didn't vote that election because honestly, there's a lot of things about Trump I'm not really keen on. And
Right.
I didn't like Biden either. And so many people that I know actually voted for Biden because they felt that he was the best of two evils.
Right.
But I'm not going to cast my vote for the best of two evils. If they're both somebody that I don't like, I just am not voting.
They did that here with getting to keep the Labour out, which is your version of the Democrats.
Yeah, yeah.
So your Democrat Party are probably still further right than our Conservative Party right now. That's how ridiculous it is. Hello, Justice. But they did that here, and we ended up with a fake. Conservatives, which is what's in power, they're not very conservative whatsoever, basically.
Yeah, well, the Democrats here obviously are very liberal, far left here.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but ours are probably worse.
Yeah, is what they're considered. It really was. I have never seen a president do so much damage to our country so quickly.
Who, Biden?
Biden, yes. What he's done is horrendous. It's terrible. I've never seen it this bad, and I'm old enough to have seen many presidents. And historically, it's horrendous what he's done to this country. The economic strife, the loss of jobs, the cost of living. It's terrible. It's really bad here. It really is.
And Jane would know. So all the people in the UK commenting on the Trump situation, the Biden. Jane lives in Ohio, so she's seen it all. I think some of the things you don't like about Trump are just things like taking away the help for poor people, isn't it? Is that right? Like for disabled people like yourself.
Yes, Trump did some really, and two, he is very off the cuff, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I like that he says what he's thinking. He is not politically correct.
Yeah,
I think that that's a good thing. We need more of that. Less people being politically correct, but saying what they feel or think. The bad thing is he's very impulsive. He's a total narcissist. And I'm not really certain that some of the things he does he's too impulsive. He is too impulsive for my liking. He's also tried to take away. The thing is like we have an amendment about the right to carry guns, and he was saying that we should go ahead and take guns away from people and then talk about their right of whether they should have them.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
So, if you had the choice, though, like Joe, when I took everyone's wrench a long time ago. So if he hasn't been in since when I've been giving them back out, that's all. I'll give it back if he comes and comments. Not everyone's got a wrench clipping. So as a whole, as I know for you yourself under Trump, you lost out on, was it the Obamacare? Because I know that you're poor, aren't you? You're disabled, aren't you, darling? So,
yeah.
You're one of the ones that got hit by Trump taking away that.
Yeah. Trump froze a lot of the programs and tried to take away a lot of the programs for people that, needed help, our social systems here. which there's not many of them. But he tried to, freeze some of them as well as take money away from them.
Yeah, I think that people forget that over there in America, we don't have the NHS, so they don't have it. It does put America first, Taffy, but just I'm going to let John go. But just to say, I totally understand where you guys. I for what Trump does, I support what he does. Right, I think the way he trolls the media, it's hilarious. But if you're living in America and you're poor and you're disabled and you can no longer work, someone comes along and says, right, we're not going to help you out anymore. We're not going to give you free medical. We're not going to help you out with your rent. Trump is great for getting people working and supporting themselves, but there is a part of society like myself now who can no longer work and are disabled and who've been pumping money into the system like I have for God knows how many years, like Jane did.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, John, what was you going to say, mate?
First of all, Trump. I never liked him before he was president. I never liked the guy. Never liked him at all. I'd seen plenty of stuff about him. He was a businessman. He made money, great stuff and all that. But I never liked him as a person. But what got me when he became president was he said things that he was going to do and he kept to him. He said he was going to build a wall and he built a wall. Yeah. And even though the left over there went on about this wall, my grannies come home one day and she was angry. He's going to build a wall and stop people coming. So I got my phone out and I just said, Hillary Clinton and the wall. And it showed Hillary Clinton when she was a senator banging on table. I want a wall bill. I want a wall bill. And the hypocrisy of it all, and then she's anti-wall afterwards. And they're doing the same thing to Donald Trump that they're doing over here to people. They're trying to cancel him. He'll get through all this impeachment stuff. He'll fly through it. He won't be found guilty of anything, but they're doing it to put him off because already we're discussing it now on a video. You know what I mean? We're discussing Trump's impeachment. You see it all the time on TikTok. You don't. Well,
now Trump has been impeached twice.
But so he's got out of it.
Yeah, he's been impeached twice. So look that up. If a lot of people don't understand that he has been impeached twice. It was after he was through with the presidency.
Hey, gorgeous.
His big thing is that while he was president for 4 years, and now practically the 4 years after with Biden, there's no doubt in people's mind, even people that don't care for Trump, that Trump has been targeted.
Yeah. And the last thing is Obamacare. One of the biggest things when they set up the National Health System, the National Health Service in the UK, it was not meant to support people long term. The ill, the old, but now we have families who just don't work. We have 3 generations of families who've never worked, and it wasn't meant to do that. And it's the same in America. It wasn't meant for people to survive and live on. It was if you were disabled or you're old. They had all this into account. But now, people who Oldham, we have a £500 million a year family tax credit bill. That should just tell you enough how many people don't work in Oldham. And
and what happened over here with like our Social Security and the healthcare programs for people that are low income, there was money that was put in there, obviously, from all the taxes when, especially like the baby boomer generation was working. Well, there was so much money that was being input into the system, but at the time wasn't being used, that what the government did and Congress did, they kept stealing money from the system and putting it into other programs.
Well, like our healthcare system, if people worked and we wasn't it's difficult to explain to people depending where you come from. Like I said, Oldham has a 500 million, £500 million benefit bill a year, which is one of the highest in the country. So I know about people not working. And the National Health Service was not meant to make people survive who can work, but not
who can work, right?
We pushed in. We also pushed in this You can be a single mother now, bring up 4 kids and not have to work or anything and just live off the state. All this is bound to collapse our NHS and
yeah.
put
Now
pressure on it.
this may be surprising to people. Also, the Biden administration, the Democrats, that's what they're trying to do over here, saying that these programs weren't meant to support people who could work. And so now they're putting restrictions on it and saying that if you want to continue to have these benefits, then you have to prove that you're out looking for jobs and that you can make yourself employable so that you get off these social programs. And that's the left. So it's, that's what's happening now.
In Oldham, so you'll get this. Anyone who's signed on. So I've moved back from Bradford, signed on in Oldham. I know I'm not going to get any money, but I wanted to do the forklift truck refresher course because that's what I'm trained up as. So I went to the door one day and I was at me signing on point, and then I heard the guy come and sat next door to me, Pakistani, I think. And then I heard the person across the thing, oh, right, you don't speak English, you need an interpreter. And I went mad. Because he can't speak English, he can't go for certain jobs. He gets away without going for jobs unless he gets extra help and all that. I went mad, and that's Oldham. And our National Health Service was not meant to do all that. It wasn't. And
no, it wasn't.
We had a good National Health Service. Instead of taking 1 year and 3 months for me to get a transfer, my mum, who I look after, into a 2-bedroom house.
Penny.
Pardon?
Sorry, hello.
And it took me and my mum a year and 3 months. Now, if the health service worked different, it wouldn't have took my mum long. We wouldn't have to take money out of care or stuff like that. Care people get less money than anyone else, you know. And if we had a different way, that our ill and our elderly would be better looked after, but they're not, because they're taking money off old people. You send them into homes where no one's trained and they don't care about things. It's
all privatised.
Nobody cares.
For Trump, the way that people going on at him.
I'm just going to go on to Steve and hello, Julie and Lex. I want to get their thoughts on Trump. Steve, what's your thoughts? Thank you, John. Really good input. And you just want to say you can't have open borders and free healthcare. That is the biggest problem, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, Steve, carry on. So what are your thoughts on Donald Trump, mate?
Trump. Well, I mean, if I was an American in 2016, I would have voted for him over Hillary Clinton. And unfortunately, it did come down to a lesser of two evils thing. I mean, Trump, I think, like you say, Penny, it is funny when he trolls the media. And obviously, Trump has his little quirks. It's always the little things. It's the fake news, dishonest media, the little things that it's easy for people to catch on to. But I mean, overall, I think someone here said that Trump is Trump impulsive. That is the problem with Trump. He's too impulsive, and that's why I was leaning more towards. I thought DeSantis would be a better option for 2024.
Exactly.
Don't know if that's going to happen. From what it seems that his poll numbers are real down, very low right now. But for Trump, though, I mean, if it's going to ultimately come down to Trump and Biden, because let's face it, it's probably not going to be DeSantis, RFK Jr., doubt it. So it's going to come down to Trump and Biden, and I would probably say, overall, it's Trump. All this stuff about him, it is obviously politically motivated. I think it was it just a week after all the stuff with the Hunter Biden laptop? A week after that, that was it. Calls for his arrest or whatever. So it is politically motivated, but I think he'll beat it. I think Trump always, he finds a way to win. He's done that the whole time. He's survived those 3 bankruptcies, and he was always found a way to survive it and then even go on and prosper. So I think overall, though, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets back in the White House next year.
Yeah, well, and over here, people like underdogs.
Yeah,
and Trump is an underdog.
The American team. Yeah.
I'm going to go to Lex because I know Lex has got a lot to say on Trump because she was typing in the chat about the what was it, the God Emperor you called him? Like that. There you go, Lex. What are your thoughts on
I said him, our Lord and Savior. I absolutely love Donald Trump. I think at first I was probably a victim of the media long ago, before he became president, when he was running for being president, how, you know, he's just this bad man and just all the stuff about him. So you just sort of went with it. And then I think really the fundamentals, people are now saying, oh, I'd rather, like, you know, DeSantis or something like that. But I think you've got to go by what people's actions have been. And people say he's impulsive or like his personality, but like, if I'm having open heart surgery, I don't want the nice guy that I want to have a drink with that's got like 50% success rate. I want the arrogant guy that no one's died under the table. And I think at the end of the day, job-wise, he's proven himself. And I also don't know one living human being that has ever received like so much like abuse, like globally. I try to think that, and I think, what human being has had that much abuse in their whole life, like and just keeps going on. I mean, before he even went for it, he was like a savior. Like, everyone loved him. He was in Home Alone, you know, WWF, like their version of like Alan Sugar. He was,
I used to watch that.
And then the moment
he went his head, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame.
And then they've cut him out of Home Alone.
To get him out.
He's not in Home Alone anymore.
It's just ridiculous. We're going to get on to anyone else got any thoughts on Trump? Sorry, you carry on.
His personality.
Waited a long time. Hello, Michael.
It's what he did. Yeah.
No, carry on, sweetheart. Carry on. So, what are your thoughts on Biden?
No, I just think, you know,
Biden's for a care home.
If you look at it, I think Biden, before it even began, because people don't seem to remember that he was the vice president of Obama.
Yeah, he was.
So people don't really remember that, and he's been in politics for a very long time. I think about. He read a eulogy at a former member's.
I don't think it's the same Biden.
And
I think it's
like
a clone.
History, if you look at the 19, I think it's 19. I think he checked out a long time ago, and he's like just ready for like the Weathers originals and just a bit of bingo, you know.
I'm going to get a picture up now. I don't know if you guys, if anyone on panel has ever seen the different pictures of Joe Biden, but I don't think it's the same. Genuinely, I don't think it's the same person. He doesn't look anything like he used to. Is it surgery? I don't think it's the same person. Anybody else know what I'm talking about or not? You'll think I'm the same. I've not put it up yet. I'm just going from like in the past. No, I've not put it up yet. I'm going to get it up now. But in the past, like, has anyone ever seen the different pictures of him? I'm going to get it up now.
I haven't.
If he's playing
body double, yeah,
almost like a corpse now.
Right, let's load in. Hold on. Hang on, it's not letting me load it. Okay, so right now, this is just one example. Right, that was him in 1987. Yeah, it's going to look younger. That's the Biden that I remember. That's 2007. That's not the same person.
He's missed some Botox appointments, I reckon.
I don't think and if you Google Joe Biden clone or just Joe Biden over the years, you will see what I'm talking about, right? He is not the same person. I don't know. Has anyone else got any? Jane, you're in America. Have you heard of this before?
I think he's the same person, hon.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
He's the spit of his kid as well. Like, if you look at Hunter Biden, when they're smiling, you're like, whoa.
I'm just going to try and find some pictures of him, some different pictures, right? So, hang on a minute. Let me just try and find some older pictures.
Oh, he's a lizard, isn't he? Just look at his face. He's a total lizard to look at. Ugh. Get him off the screen, Penny.
I just want to show you some of these photos, what I'm talking about. So, like, that was him when he was younger, okay? So he looks all right there, doesn't he? He doesn't look scary.
Well, I don't know about that. What is he, about 20 and he's already receding,
That's
isn't
not, I
he?
don't know why that's there. No, he always got a bald head there, isn't he? Just trying to find some. Right,
Oh,
okay, I'm
what a
going to put
creep. It makes
2000
my
in.
skin crawl, literally.
2000s, right?
I would Google Joe Biden body double. Penny, if you Google
There you
Joe
go.
Biden body double.
Does that look like Joe Biden to you?
Yeah, that's what
A
he
little
looked
bit.
like.
A little bit.
That's what he looked like. Yeah. Yeah, he looked
What
like that.
year was that photo taken, Penny?
That
I
was
mean,
2000. I'll put body double in. He probably has got body double,
23 years
Stephen.
ago then.
But let's just be serious now. I don't think that's the same. I believe that there's, and I also believe there was clones of Philip as well, Prince Philip.
Prince Phillip. What?
Yeah, is Biden dead, replaced by 10 different deep fake Donovan? People go, "Oh, you conspiracy theorists." I don't really give a shit. I wear my teeth out with pride. I don't think that guy is the same person. Sorry. I don't. Right, has anyone got anything else they want to add?
but
Because it's nearly midnight now.
Yeah, Biden and Clinton and the links to Ukraine is just unbelievable.
Yeah,
and they are proven links.
Oh yeah, well that's what Hunter Biden's laptop proved, that Hunter and Biden Sr. had links to Ukraine.
And
Really?
I mean, even as soon as the Ukraine war come out, I was like, what? Why we're going there? You know, I'm not having this so corrupt and stuff like that. And
Is Zelensky Biden's little plant?
No, it's a proxy war between the U.S. and Russia,
it feels like
and they're using
Zelensky's
Ukraine.
his little plant.
And then we don't have any guys dying, so it doesn't look real bad. We're just paying Ukraine people to die because we want a war with Russia. It's proxy war.
Well, many people say that all
Zelensky's
these
a little
labs,
plant, I think.
all these labs were in Ukraine. Not. We can't talk about the thing, but we're going to call it the plague for people that don't know. Don't use the word. When Putin went into Ukraine in February 2022 was the day when Zelensky shut down a load of biolabs, and he admitted it. He actually fucked up and said it on camera that he shut down.
Isn't it funny that happened the day all our restrictions ended?
Yeah, it was a new
coincidence.
Well, I think
It was a coincidence. All our restrictions ended, and then the Ukraine-Russia war happened.
Yeah,
Zelensky's
a comedian, isn't he, or something? He's not.
Yeah, Zelensky's a puppet, in my opinion.
Stephen,
Yes,
let's
a rich
on
one now.
Zelensky.
I would say total puppet. I mean, there's very. I mean, some of the dancing and weird shit you'll see videos of him in.
He played the piano with his winky or something. Is that right?
No, that was some trans character, I think, on Channel 4 last year. But if it was Zelensky, that wouldn't have surprised me. But
I think he did.
I thought he was wearing some little kinky shorts.
Yeah.
I didn't see his winky out.
Yeah, but I think
He's short, but anyway.
Yeah, but in his stand-up, though, I think is there not a video online that he's made jokes about how, you know, the whole thing about Nazis in Ukraine. He's actually joked about that in his stand-up previously, you know.
But there were Nazis in Ukraine.
There are.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
There were. I don't know if there are now.
Penny, you're right. Penny's right real quick. It was a comedy routine he did with another guy behind the piano and pretended to play his winky. Yeah.
So he did do it then, yeah?
Yeah, pretended, yeah.
Ukrainians and Nazis in World War II, and then you still got the proper, like, Azov battalion, they're called, in Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's just horrible place. But, you know, I'm not a fan of Russia, but if you bully a bully, then you can expect to be hit, can't you?
Yeah, I totally agree, John. I actually think that Putin is trying to rid Ukraine of all these Nazis, and he's actually he did come through the Young Leaders program in the WEF, but I think he's not towing the line anymore. He didn't do a harsh lockdown. He didn't allow the AstraZeneca and the Pfizer.
Who's that, Penny? Putin or
Putin? He had their own Sputnik version of it, which wasn't as bad as the others, and he didn't push as hard. He stopped towing the line.
Did he?
Right.
Yeah. Lex
yeah.
thoughts on
He's gone right
Zelensky.
against
And he wasn't on board with the World Bank either.
No.
No, he wasn't. No, so that they've cut him off, but the ruble's doing great because Lex. What do you think of Zelensky? Quickly, darling. You can cheer me.
I think he's just been placed there really to try and get NATO in.
Yeah.
And just to create more divide. I think it's a case of, do you know what? You'll do okay, Ukraine. I know it's going to suck, but like you'll get like 200 billion and you'll get loads of tanks. And Russia, you'll be all right because you've got the resources, so you can change it to the rubles. And, we'll keep this going. Everyone will just get more depressed and accept more stuff. And there'll be something else. And so until our Lord and Saviour comes back, it's just going to carry on.
Great money washing exercise, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, and look at all the people that are dead, all the Ukrainians that are dying. They've literally
And
lost.
the Ukraine, it's like their whole country, it's ruined. They've got to
But
rebuild that.
They don't talk about what happened before this recent thing. No,
Of course
no
they don't, John.
mainstream media talks about the 30 to 50,000 deaths, the brutality on the people in Donbass.
Well, yeah, because that's what I was just about to bring up. I have a real close friend, and he does modeling, like ships, plastic modeling, ships, airplanes, things like that. And he bought a lot of his models before this all kicked off from people in the Donbass region. And he would communicate back and forth with them and became friendly with them. And they said that the Ukrainian government was corrupt and that they wanted to become a part of Russia again. So just an FYI. Yeah.
A comment in chat then about the deaths. Past 9 years. Yeah, you know what I mean? No mainstream media or anything talks about that.
They did though, John. They did. BBC did a special in 2017 about the Nazis in Ukraine.
Oh yeah, about that time. But
it's all gone now. Forgotten about.
Yeah. It's just mad, Penny. And what I can't get is
darling,
sending weapons to kill people who are just following orders, and I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these false wars and the things we do. And Penny, I've got to go because I'm in Leeds tomorrow at a demo.
Oh, right. No, you carry on, mate. I'm going in a minute anyway. Thanks for coming up. It's been a while. So
you can get me on a show and we'll do an hour about my party and stuff.
Yeah, we can do that. We can talk about your party. Yeah.
I'll put my number in the chat.
I think I've got your number. Is it still the same one? I've changed mine.
Got your number.
Ends in 2164. Ends in 2164.
Your number does?
Yeah.
Right, let me just quickly check before you go. Yeah, I've got it.
Right.
I'll drop you a message.
Right, thanks, guys. Hot chat and the really active in the main chat that I can't keep up. I don't know how you fucking keep up.
I've got slow mode on as well. It's the channel's done really well. So
how do you watch chat when you're on StreamYard?
Because it's my stream, I can see it all at the same time. But if you're a guest, you have to keep flipping. It's best to have a phone. I have a phone going, and I have to chat on my screen. So take care, John. Good luck for Leeds tomorrow. What are you up to in Leeds tomorrow, then, mate?
Well, there's a demo against the Britannia Hotel in Seacroft, but I've got 1,000 party leaflets, and we've got.
What's that about? Is that about migrants?
Is that the dinghy divers again?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I've got 1,000 of our party recruitment leaflets, and there's going to be a load of people there. So hopefully I get all them 1,000 leaflets delivered. And
John does a lot of work. He's been active on the streets. He doesn't just sit there. He's on the streets. He's knocking on doors. He was part of Britain First. He left Britain First. I stopped supporting Britain First years ago. And he started his own party. He started his own party. I'll pop your link in again, John, if you want to check him out. And he does a lot of work for our veterans as well. So, and he's now helping with the demos against the dinghy divers taking over hotels. So it's people.
Oh my God! John, nice work.
People
God's
like
work,
John. Get my respect, and I've known John for about 4 years now. Well. So And even if you don't agree with him, like I say here, I welcome in lefties, I welcome in righties. So I'm welcoming everybody, everyone. As long as you're respectful, you get an opinion. And even if you don't agree with John, we get John in for an hour, we do a slot, we tell us about what he does. And I hope people, even people on the left, will come in and just hear him out and listen to his opinion. And that's all we say. All right, John, you take care, mate. God bless you.
Thank you, guys.
There we go.
Thank you,
There's
ladies and
John.
gentlemen.
Keep up the good
John.
work.
Nice meeting you.
good luck for tomorrow, mate.
Thank you.
God bless.
Take care. I've known John since I had like 20 subs.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, he's a nice guy, he's John,
Bye,
and they call
John.
him
Thanks, John.
Paranormal. And
It
yeah, he
takes
does
some
speak.
balls
his
to
mind.
stand up to that bullshit as well.
Yeah, he'll be in Leeds tomorrow. So I didn't know he was going to Leeds tomorrow because I used to follow. I've been a moderator of his for years. I used to follow all that, and I stopped following it all because the UK Patriot scene becomes so toxic. Maybe I'll talk about it one day. I don't want to do it now, but it got quite nasty. Take care, John. Much love, mate. I left the scene because you had the far right coming in, and then you had who's just gone? Jane's just gone. You had the far right, the harsh far right coming in and recruiting what we call civnats. And civnat is somebody who isn't a white nationalist, they're a civil nationalist. So they've got no problem with people who are different colours, but they just want people to keep our British way of life. But it doesn't matter about what colour you are. That, you know, if as long as you work hard and you integrate, you've got no issue. Now, the white nats, the nationalists, the far right nationalists, they want to send people back who were born here. These are the people that came in and infiltrated the community, and I just walked away because I didn't like it all.
Yeah, don't blame you, mate.
And I said, right, so my niece who's mixed race, what are you going to do with her? They wanted to offer people who were mixed race £15,000 to go home.
Yeah, but if they're born here, it is their home, right?
And a mum's white, my sister's white, and has been here for our generations go back to the 1600s. So and I just hated it. And it just become too toxic.
Yeah, it sounds toxic, mate.
Yeah.
Problem,
repatriation. I didn't like it, John. And I know you might disagree with me on this, mate. And the thing is, John's mixed race, and they're calling John far right. And I find that the irony of But anyway, yeah, Sargon Akkad, that sort of civnat. I'm not an any nat. You're an F nat.
I've never heard of any of that before, Penny. Thanks for sharing that with me.
Otto is a proper nationalist, so he would support repatriations, I think. Is that right? And he's an F nat. He wants to keep an ethno-white state sort of thing, if you know what I mean. So he would like us to be a 95% white country. Is that right? Everyone's welcome here with all the views, as long as you're respectful. Then, right? Okay, John's
mind blown.
Only illegals and refugees. Yeah, I agree. But I don't agree with people that are born here, and even people who are here legally should be sent home. I don't agree with that, because what's home? This is their home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a subject that we've got to be careful on YouTube. And I'm not monetized anymore, but we'd have to be really careful.
It's great you're still doing all this, Penny.
Well, I stopped. I've only just started talking about it because John's come on. So, Steve, what are your thoughts on all that? Or do you not have one?
Well, I mean, interesting what you were saying there about Britain's First, because I remember Donald Trump retweeted something from a Britain's First account, and a lot of people, even on the right, were kind of like, don't think you should have done that, mate, kind of thing.
Yeah. What was the tweet? What was it?
Do you remember, Penny? I do. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
it was something. Yeah, it was something about the illegals coming in. But the thing is, in Britain First is a whole new. Britain First are actually now, believe it or not.
I only woke up in February. So
did you? Britain First are actually a political party. They're not one of these little fringe parties now. They're actually registered with the Electoral Commission. If that makes any sense. They're not like and they were linked to the Joe Cox murder, but it was all bullshit. Whether you like Britain First or not, The person who they got for it has been a massive hit job, and he wasn't even a Britain First member. But I personally don't like Britain First.
Really?
No, he wasn't. No, you need Richard D. Hall covered it. There's so much stuff I could talk about here all night. Richard D. Hall did a massive investigation on that.
Is Richard D. Hall not a little bit nefarious?
Well, I like his work. I'm not gonna. I don't know what he's done is good. Whether he's part of it all, I don't know anymore. Everyone gets accused of being. I get accused of being deep state. You know, like I got accused of being brigade. You know, like it's utter bullshit. Steve, have you had any of this saying that you're 77 Brigade yet? It'll come.
It might. I mean, I've done the Phillip Schofield video Dark Side, and I got 26,000 views. So they might come from it at some point, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I mean, I think overall you can get that thing. People think, so and so's controlled opposition, so and so's a shell. You get all that bullshit thrown out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've followed your stuff. You've done good stuff with Schofield, Phillip Schofield. There's Divided Kingdom. He had done a video. I think it's got like 200,000 views or something. Ex-Army Pads. I know you guys.
I deleted all my 200,000 videos. I've deleted loads of videos. I have.
Have you had previous channels? Have you? Like
no, on this one I've deleted loads. I've deleted loads of videos because why should YouTube get? They've demonetized me. I'm not letting them get views. They put adverts on my videos.
Pen, so if I vape, will it fuck up your stream?
You what, darling?
If I vape, will it fuck up your stream?
No, carry on. You can smoke vape.
Okay?
As long as you don't do any legal drugs, you're okay, love. Oh, is that your dog? Oh, hang on. I've got to see this.
No.
My dog.
It's my...
What is it? It's a puddy cat. What's his or her name?
Let's go and get my dog.
It's Kenny.
Kenny. Hello, Kenny.
Kenny, yeah.
Hello, Pud. Hello, puddy cat. Meow, meow.
He's pretty. Oh. She's a big girl.
Oh my god, that's a huge.
Oh, no, he's a boy. It's a boy. I rescued him.
He's gorgeous.
In the November after like the lockdown started, and I was like his third home. No, it's not a dog. He's big though.
It was a dog.
And I wanted like a black and white.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, so we were talking about you were demonetized, Penny. Was that right? What was a particular video that got you demonetized, or
you got any pets, Steve?
Because of what I'm doing. Are you monetized, Steve?
I am, yeah,
I am. Much longer, mate. Trust me. You won't be.
Not talking to Penny.
No, you won't. You won't. I've been monetized on and off for years. They monetize me. They take it away. I start talking about Phillip Schofield. They let me do it for a few months, and then they tried to say it was reused content. Now, none of my content's reused, right? They weren't my animals that I'm live streaming, that I'm using somebody else's live stream. I argued it. I had Google partner involved. Google went into fight for me. Google said, give this woman her money back at YouTube. And they said no. They said I can have it back in October. So they've paused all my memberships. All the money that was coming in was going to my animals. You know, all of it.
They don't like free speech, do they?
So the excuse that they use, it's just because of that content. I'm telling you, it's happened before. I don't know what his channel is, Katie, sweetheart. I don't know what's your channel. It's his name, I think. Is it your name, Stephen?
Yeah, Stephen Mackey.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there you go. So I can have it back. So what I'll do, I will redo everything in October. So all of my research I'll be doing it on a different channel, and I'll keep this for podcasts like, you know, open panels, just general chat, but we won't be able to touch on Ukraine again when I'm monetized. We can talk about light politics. We can talk about entertainment, my animals, but all of the deep digging will be going on a different channel. But yeah, they've taken all this money off me that I was using to help animals that I can't do anymore. It's just disgusting.
That's because you're touching the truth, Penny.
Yeah, I like your hat.
Like it. Yeah, I know.
I love it. Let's have a look at your hat.
I thought I'd join you with the bucket
Let's have a look. I'm going to look at. Oh, look at this. Is it? Oh my God, I love it. I need it. Need it. Is it a pride hat? Is it just a raver hat?
Is it? Right, okay.
I'm
Don't get
joking,
me started.
love.
I've nothing against pride.
I'm joking,
It's
love.
the trans
Put
bit
it
that
back
makes
on.
me mad.
Put it back on. I love it.
You piss me off now, mate.
Who's calling? Oh, darling, don't be so. Don't be upset.
Right, no.
Oh no, you've no. Put it
pride.
on. Do you know what? I love pride
Trans bit
colours.
that's fucking
I
me
love
off. I'm
rainbow.
putting this one on. There you go, pineapple.
Oh, darling. Oh, you've got Minions hat on.
Yeah.
No, they're
Who's
pineapples.
Jay, don't call anybody idiots. Okay, we don't have to all agree. Who you calling an idiot?
Am I getting called an idiot?
19-year-old said, "Don't put NATO there." Ukraine did. I agree with you, but I don't all call people idiots who don't agree with me. Please be nice. Show us your hat. Jane's just showed us her pussy. Apparently, did you show us your
Trying.
I hope not, Jay.
My pussy isn't cooperating.
There you go. I've got my new hat. My new hat
I
that's
like
got
that.
squashed. Do you like my New Balance hat? My new
It's
hat.
not a pride hat. It's
What?
tie-dye
Don't be
rainbow.
upset. I was joking, love. Don't be offended. Don't
I'm
be so
proper
snowflakey,
triggered
love.
now with what's going on.
Don't be
in
triggered
schools,
because I
mate.
actually love the rainbows. I love the
I'm
colours.
triggered.
Don't-
No, what's going on in schools at the moment with our kids?
That's why I home-ed.
I'm all for like the pride flag, but it's the trans bit that's coming into schools at the moment.
Yeah.
It's winding me up a little bit. But no, pride's good.
Hello,
It's
Bridget.
the trans bit I'm not too happy about with my children. But yeah, it's kind of like a rainbow
No.
hat, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I don't
Pride.
support the pride movement. I support the people within it, but I don't support the movement. I think it's become a cult and a religion. Jane, can we see your pussy, please, love? I was having a good look at it. It's gone. Stephen, would you like to see Jane's pussy?
She walked away.
Maybe.
She's not
That's gonna get-
cooperating.
Oh
She did. She walked out of the room.
no! No drama. No drama. Lex and Steve, have you got any pets?
I don't have pets, no.
No. And we've seen your pussy, love. We've seen your dog. Do you want to see my ninny wig?
Come out again.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Put the ninny wig on.
It's not about
Oh.
the trans debate thing really gets to me, Bailey, because we have trans people in here. Rebecca, I don't know if she's still here, Bex. We've got about 4 or 5 trans people in this chat. Hello, Clarice. And it's got absolutely nothing to do with individuals. What we're talking about is they're going for the kids. And it's
They're
creating
coming into
division.
school. They're putting their ideology into schools.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
it started in primary school. My twins are 11, and I'm really on guard about it because to me, I've nothing against trans people, but I do not want my 11-year-olds having that seed put in their head just yet because they're still very young children.
yeah. And I think
And I don't like it.
Bailey's in the States, and Bailey has had a lot, as far as I'm aware, tell me if I'm wrong, Bailey, a lot of stigma, a lot of really nasty stuff said to her. But in the UK, it's different here. There's literally people in the UK, there's not the hatred that there is over there. Yeah. So it's hard to explain, Bailey, because you live in a different country to us. Jane, do trans people get a lot of hatred over in America? Do they?
No, they really don't. Not like they do in the UK. I don't think they do. I think there's a
trans
lot of
people hate in the UK, though. I think there's a big movement
you get me wrong,
against trans people being involved in school, but I don't think adults, like towards other adults who are being trans people, there's no hate there. I think there's a lot of parents in the UK who are concerned about the trans ideology in school. There's not hatred towards trans. Definitely not.
Yes, that's what I agree with that statement, even here in the US. There are a lot of parents that are petitioning the schools to have this education, quote unquote, stopped being given to their kids or wanting it to be given to the kids. They want the children to remain children. I think it's actually because of the push to have this put into the schools, it is causing a divide that I find troublesome, that wasn't there before. But people
It
don't
wasn't
like
there
their
before.
yeah, people don't like their kids being exposed to this as something that needs to be taught to them.
Yeah,
If
I'm
that
just
makes
reading
sense.
Bailey's comment here. Now, Bailey says that I'm not worried about hatred. My issue is I wish someone informed me about these things when I didn't know what to call it when I was 6. Now, what I would say to that is that you were one of the what is the percentage? Very, very, very rare people who were in the wrong body and knew at a young age. But what I'm trying to say is that now we're teaching teaching children, okay? We are teaching children who don't care about that. They're not bothered. Kids, kids don't notice colour. Kids just a kid. You can put a load of kids in a room and they'll just play, right?
I'm going to pop out for 5 minutes, okay?
I'm going to get off in a minute anyway, darling, but you pop out.
Okay.
If I'm on, pop back.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that they are now teaching children. They do, though. That's the thing, Bailey. They are here. I don't know about in America, but they are here. So I'm going to give you examples, Bailey, right? And again, I can only talk about what's happening here, right? There are people, there are parents that are having their children. They're in social services. You what? Sorry, hon.
I just said, no, I was just reading Bailey's comment in the screen. I was just saying, what a big topic.
Bailey, do you think it would be all right to teach 5 and 6-year-olds, about the mechanics of sex?
So
I'm wondering, and that's what people are saying. Why, let kids be kids. Nobody wants a 6-year-old to be taught the mechanics of sex. It's not necessary. They're children.
It's not natural.
Right. It's not natural. Would you have a pole dancer in there to, perform for your 6-year-old child?
The worst thing I would do would be to take my children to a pantomime in December and see,
Ray doesn't know what's going on in this country. I don't think that's why she's in America.
Sorry, I'm not bigoted, but I'm just a little bit concerned about what's sort of coming here and coming into our schools. It makes me worried. Who's Bailey?
She's my friend in America. She's
is she all right? Is she?
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I've known her for years. She's lovely, but I think she's being defensive because she doesn't know what is happening. Bailey, in this country, Rebecca's trans. She's been trans for like 20 years. Rebecca, would you like to come up?
Please.
What they're doing, right? Okay, what they are doing now in this country, they are telling, in Scotland, the law that 5-year-olds can choose their gender. This is happening in this country.
They're doing it here too, Penny. They're doing it here also.
The WHO
and they're shoving
it. Yeah, it's wrong. So and they're telling children to masturbate and all this.
Yeah, these children.
Homework.
They want children to choose their pronouns.
Leave our children.
But the thing is, it's not the transgender people that are doing it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know any transgender people who agree with this, and I know a few. So what they're doing is they're saying to 5-year-old they had a couple of weeks ago, someone got their child suspended because the parent refused to allow their child to watch a teenage boy masturbate. This was for a 9-year-old girl watching that, and they didn't want it to be seen. So the school system is become really bad, right? And I know what you're saying, Bailey. I get what you're saying, right? And I think because you've suffered I think because you've suffered a lot of abuse, because I think you've told me before how you've been treated, it can make people become defensive and they want us to argue and fight over it. And it's wrong. Now, I think that what they should do is, if there's somebody, for example, who is, I don't know, 6, 7 years old and is showing signs of being a tomboy like I was, then that child, obviously keep an eye on them, make sure there's no bullying, but they might come out of puberty, go through puberty and come out. They could be gay, they could be in the wrong body. But what they're doing here, they're giving puberty blockers to children at like 9 years old, and then when they're coming out the other side, they're actually realizing that actually they just were gay, and they're having to detransition. It's fucked up. 49er, hello. I don't know who you are, so I'm going to add you, but I'm going to put a screen up because I've not seen you before. Oh, don't want to see me. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Are you a porn bomber?
Yes, no. I knew I was trans when I was 3, and I transitioned when I was 18.
Who is this, please?
I think my avatar is sufficient for now.
Sounds like Paz.
What name do you go by in chat?
Ex-Army Paz 49.
I knew it.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Paz is here. I was going to end, but we'll stay on for a little bit if Paz is coming up. Paz,
you're a cunt.
He
I
is.
know, sorry. You know me well.
Sorry. Excuse my language. You're not a cunt, but that was that got me.
Okay, Paz, hello.
Sorry, I swore badly.
You're okay, darling. You're okay.
Where's Lucy?
So basically,
yeah.
What I was going to say is that just to let Bailey know that Rebecca and Bex, who I don't think's here, they're transgender, and they agree with me.
Sorry.
What?
No, I took the piss, didn't I? I didn't know. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we've got 2 transgender people in the chat.
Oh, they have a sense of humour. That's the main thing.
Yeah, but one of them's in America, so she doesn't know what's going on here. So she's like, she doesn't understand when we get in a little
much
bit.
of it is going on in the U.S. too, Penny. Really, what you're saying is going on in the United States also. It's not just totally for the UK.
Jay, you don't need to tell me you're unsubscribing. Take care. Why do people do that? It's like, give me attention. Give me attention. You know, like, I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm clutching my pearls. See ya.
I'm here for the mass debate.
We are in a mass debate. Paz, would you like to join us? Jane's had a pussy out. Lex has had a pussy out. Steve hasn't got anything.
The mass debating. My son was in the room.
Yeah, Penny wanted me to bring out my pussy a second time.
He ran out of the room earlier, giggling. Mass debate, and he was like, "What's she talking about?"
I'd love Bailey and Becky to come up, but I don't think they are.
I know. I really would like them to come up also.
They do that a lot, Taffy, and then they
yeah.
I'm just worried about what's going on.
I think Rebecca is really keen and great on stuff. I really like to watch her comments.
Yeah.
She's excellent. Yeah.
Oh,
she's a little shy about coming up. I wish she would.
Sorry, I thought you'd left. If you're going to go, leave. I don't know what you want me to do. Do you want me to beg you to
still
stay?
here?
What? I don't understand. Like, this is what I get. I get these people flouncing off. Like that one last night was just constantly telling me to wake up. And I says, do you know what? Do your own stream. And then I get all this abuse.
More than you, Penny, actually.
I get all this abuse on...
I get it all the time on mine. People just say, I'm unsubscribed especially if I do videos on people they don't like. Or people they like.
He unsubscribed and he's back again.
Bailey's going to come up! Sorry, I love Bailey. Rebecca, please come up if Bailey comes up. Sorry, carry on, Paz. So, how are you doing anyway, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm angry with myself.
Oh, good. Bailey's coming up.
I've had a nap, and Mrs. 49 has been scraping the living room, ready to decorate. I've done absolutely sod all. I feel really guilty and bad.
Well, if it's any consolation, Al didn't do anything either, but his excuse was that the fish tank's there and the fish will breathe the fumes in of the paint.
Oh, that's
so
it.
he's got to wait until the fish tank moves tomorrow when he's got this trolley. The fish don't breathe Tate. So have you got a fish tank you could use as I've lost the remote again.
Oh God, I'm a single mum. I don't have any of this like dispute with a partner. I'm totally single mum.
Lucky you. Someone with a noggin.
I don't know about lucky. I have to do flipping everything.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go.
Hello, Bumblebee.
In your own time with nobody nagging you. That's the best way to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't go, Taffy. Nobody go. Everyone stay. Jay, come back and don't be silly. I'm with you on Putin, but don't call people idiots, please.
I've been called an idiot.
Yeah, don't be nasty. Don't, is Lucy joining? Oh, look who's here.
Lucy.
Hidden Underbelly.
It's Underbelly.
Got a rave going now.
Hi, Underbelly.
Hello.
Man,
Hello,
the
Taz.
legend.
Long time no see.
Yes.
Lucy.
It's been a while. Where's Lucy? Steve, do you know who Hidden Underbelly is?
That name rings a bell. I think I've heard Paz say that name before, but I've never seen him though. But
he's the expert paranormal debunker.
I'm no expert. I'm no expert. Penny always
Please
says that.
The Hidden Underbelly.
Please don't stay away, please, honestly.
Stay the fuck away.
He's got too many subscribers, and the guy's an asshole. I personally know him. Just run.
Oh my God, Penny, I love your streams. You're just
I'm glad you did. Can we please someone drop the Hidden Underbelly's channel?
Don't. I don't want no subs.
Channel.
Please, honestly. Please, I'm begging you, don't do it.
And we've got Bailey. Who's just gone? Oh, Lex has just gone. Bailey's here. Hello, Ellen, love. Rebecca, please come up, darling. Come on, sweetheart.
Please, Rebecca.
Come on, Rebecca.
Who is this?
This is Bailey in the US. She's lovely.
Bailey.
She knows a lot of stuff. She's very, very knowledgeable.
Hey there.
Hello, darling. Hello. So tell us about what's going on in the US then, because in the UK, they are really messing with kids in schools, and not just about the trans thing, about the whole, everything's sexualized. Like,
it's really bad. Why are we teaching? Why is the UK teaching young children about sexuality? I mean, the age of consent is 16, as it is.
Should be 18.
It's just, yeah, I agree totally. I know kids develop quicker than they should do. I did. I knew about stuff before I was 16, but the whole sexualizing things and it's absolutely blown my. I'm ready. But yeah, it's bonkers, and I've nothing against trans people, but
no, it's not trans people. It's a Marxist ideology. It's been infiltrated.
The ideology of it, yeah.
It's an ideology. It's a gender ideology. It's been infiltrated. There are people who feel like this, and these people are genuine. However, the trans movement or community, no, it's a community, have been infiltrated by a movement that is hyper-violent, and they're extreme. And they're
misogynistic as well, against real women.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
Really misogynistic.
Yeah, there are people out there who want to transition, and they're genuine, and they want to get on with their lives, and that's it. And these people should be supported and left alone, and that's it.
But in school, no.
So Bailey,
it is here too.
Would Bailey, would you like to tell us just briefly? You don't have to. But the sort of stuff that you suffered, because I know that you said you went through a lot, didn't you, as a child?
Well, I'm not worried about that, and that has nothing to do with my opinion here.
Oh, okay. I know that you.
That's what I was trying to say in chat. Is like,
okay, so
that
what
has
did you?
Nothing to do with this. Like the stuff you're saying is going on in the UK is going in the US too.
Right.
Like, teaching in the US, the age of consent is 18 here, right? So teaching kids about sex specifically is horrible. And like those kinds of books have been going around in schools here too, but like people have to separate that from like the trans debate, because being trans has nothing to do with sex. And people don't get that.
But they are here though. They are, for example.
But it's being taught here as part of sex education, as part of sexuality. So
yeah, that is the problem.
Well, and
Conflating sex
diversity.
and gender is the problem. Like
Well,
treating
here,
that as a sex discussion is the problem. Like,
yeah,
but the secondary
it
side
shouldn't
of
be in
it,
schools, period.
the secondary side of it in the UK is that there is a atrocious psychology system that brings people with actual mental health issues into the trans system, and then that's where a lot of the detrans problem comes in. Like a lot of people like get trans surgeries and things like that, especially in the UK, because of the mental health and the hospitalization system and the way that that side of it has done. Like if you're worried about trans people in the UK, the medical system is to blame there. Like completely, because the medical system there is like horrid at figuring this out, and like teaching someone that like, oh, there's some people who are girls in school, that's not a big deal. Now people teaching actual sex stuff in schools, that's terrible, you know. And I don't know any trans people who would support that, you know.
No, I don't either.
Teaching children so young, they don't care about. Like
I did when I was 6.
They don't see.
You did, but most that's my point. So I'm just giving Ian a wrench because I think he's
That's a common experience with trans people is like being like young and people not believing them.
Well, I would like to bring up a guy called Yuri Bezmenov. I've mentioned him many times on my channel. He was a Russian or a Soviet defector back in the 70s and 80s. And there's a video on him on YouTube talking to a US chat show host. And he explains how a military complex infiltrates a country and weakens it by promoting woke stuff like infiltrating trans communities, the LGBT, then the trans, and then the black community. That's what it does, and then it teaches people to be unpatriotic, and the patriarchy.
Divide, isn't it? It's a divide.
And
it's
to
a
weaken
massive
the family.
psyop, and you're all part
weaken
of
the
it.
family structure.
Well,
That's
just thinking about
that's exactly it.
Just remember the Albert Pike letters about get everybody to fight each other, and then what's left over, we'll come and mop it up.
That's it. And then the country's weakened, and whoever's doing and behind all this, they get an easy ride taking over, and it's happening in the West. Every country in the West.
Yes, it is.
Are they getting paid? Because I'll be part of the agenda if you give me some money.
But then
Just putting that out there.
People like Bailey, and people like Rebecca and Beck and all these other people who have been sort of sucked up into this, and it's like, how can I put it? It's like they're using them as a weapon, so it's causing a division. So where normally I wouldn't even, for example, we're talking about this now, right? If they weren't doing this in our schools, I wouldn't even mention that Bailey was transgender or I don't care.
Yeah.
Bailey is Bailey, Bex is Bex. I just don't give a shit what you are. I like you as a person. I don't care. And then what happens? You're right. Please, can I have a cuppa? Please.
Me too, Al.
What happens is okay, Justice, my pleasure. It's making us talk about it, and we shouldn't have to. Like, I don't. It's not a thing.
No.
The discourse, the constant discourse about trans people is obviously a psyop and a media thing, but the whole thing that's fueling it is the fact that people are so polarized by it. Because it's just like you're saying, it's the Hegelian dialectic. It's taking people with strong opinions and throwing something at them that they don't like, so they argue 24/7 about stuff that doesn't matter.
It's about children, though. It's not about being
I don't care
polarised.
about people.
If you have children in the education system, me as a single mum, I want to make sure they're okay and they haven't got any seeds in their head that are outside.
They're taking
I'm not polarised against trans people.
Well, and I do have to say,
need to keep their innocence for as long as possible, and I'm not against trans. I'm just uncomfortable with this whole trans education in schools.
The only thing that needs to happen to be considered trans education is like if there's someone at the school who says they're a girl, then the teacher says, "Hey, let them be a girl."
Yeah.
That's all the trans people want.
But if they are biologically a boy, I'm not comfortable with them going into the girls' toilets with my daughter. And it's not because I'm against trans.
This is like...
It's because at the end of the day, that person has a penis and I don't want them in my child's space. And it's not me being a transphobe. It's about me wanting to protect my children. I'm not a transphobe at all. I just think children are not getting as protected as much as they should.
It's confusing for children, and the thing is,
it is looking at books about growing up.
Hi, Adrian.
There's one, Dr. Zoe, I think her name's Dr. Zoe Williamson or something, and one of the pictures in there is it's a child with their boobs cut off, and it's just like, no.
Well, and I can
this
say
book's aimed at 9 to 11-year-olds, and I do not think that's appropriate.
Yeah, no.
For my 11-year-old to see. Okay, yeah, it's the norm of today, but I want to protect my little girl, and I don't want her to see that until she's at the age of consent.
Well, yeah, and I can say for a fact that
and that's not me being a transphobe. It's about me. I don't think it's.
we know what you mean.
I just, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. That's
Jane,
all.
was you going to go next, or Bailey, or anybody at Paz? Have you got any more thoughts?
I'm going to go. I've got some chips and gravy on the go. Because I'm off to York for my holiday in August. So
when are you going to York? Sorry.
End of August, so I've got chips and gravy on the go. So I've got to eat like the locals.
You've got to get chips and and gravy, definitely, and mushy peas.
Mushy peas as well, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. What day are you coming up on the Saturday? Is it the Saturday?
On the Friday we're coming up.
Friday till the Friday.
Yeah.
Where are you staying? In a hotel?
I'm staying in Castle Howard.
No.
Yeah.
In a castle?
Oh, yeah. We'll come over because we've got passes for there.
Oh, there we go. We're having so. Yeah, we definitely meet up.
Really? Actually, there's a hotel part, isn't there? That's dead posh, Paz. Oh, wow.
I know, but when you're Paz 49, you get
when you're famous, you can afford it.
There we go. So anyway, nice to see you all. So we'll meet up, Penny. Sorry, it's fleeting. All right. Take care, folks. Nice to meet you.
See you, Paz. Miss you, brother.
Bye. All I wanted to say before, because I'll forget, and I've forgotten again, I've got to try and remember now what I was going to say, is, right, for example, Bailey knew when she was 6, right, that she was in the wrong body. Now, that is incredibly rare, but it does happen. So let's just say that because of what they're pushing onto children now, they're telling children.
Did Bailey have her nuclear family, like a female mum and a male dad?
Well, I'll get onto that in a minute, right? Well, Bailey can tell you.
Because I think that's important.
But because this was many. Remember that Bailey is in her 30s now. So remember, is that right, Bailey? So that when this happened to her, all of this shit weren't going on, right? Who's just fell? Someone else has just fell. Steve. So so people like Bailey, people like Rebecca, Bex is younger. I think she did 22 or something like that. But that's still young. It's the children are in school now.
6 is a very young, very, very young age to feel like that. And in my head, it just makes me think,
he's gone, Cara. So just going back to this, right? So when Bailey, you can tell if I'm wrong, darling, right? When Bailey was in school, she knew when she was 6 years old. I bet you she was probably the only one in the class that knew. Now, these days, we're teaching children at like 5 years old that you can choose your gender. Now, children...
That's a safeguarding issue. Sorry to keep interrupting. That's a safeguarding issue.
Yeah, so
what's
happening is...
Gender is saying the wrong thing. That is not true.
Yeah.
That is a safeguarding issue. If children that young are saying that...
Right, but this isn't even just in schools. This is society. So what's happening is children go through phases, right? So like I was a tomboy when I was 7, 8, 6. I didn't have any dolls. I had Transformers. I've told you before, I had ETs. I hated dolls, right? I didn't like any like that. I went for a phase. Now, if that was now, I would have probably been told that I was a boy in the wrong body. So I went through that phase. Then I went through Care Bears. Then I went into football when I was in my teens. I was a football player, and I went through this really crazy phase, and I come out the other side as me now, and I was allowed to just go through. Now, when I was about 6, if this was today, I would have probably given puberty blockers at about 9, right? And then I would come through all confused. Mental health, a lot of it is mental health problems, because remember that bulimia is now virtually non-existent. Years ago, children, young girls were going through all these hormone changes. And they did, they were suffering with their depression, with the hormones, and they were self-harming, which is horrible. And now what they're doing is they're now the other form of self-harming is saying that I'm in the wrong body, and they're going through. And
this is where big pharma are coming in and like, yeah, we're going to sort this out for you.
They need to.
I can sell you a pill for that.
So what?
Yeah, we can take your tits off and give you puberty blockers and make you a man. Yay!
But what's happening now, right?
It's unhealthy and it's not okay.
The person who wrote this, there's a man who wrote this entire thing, and he turned out to be a paedophile, and he wrote this ideology how we should teach children to choose. Bailey, do you know about this, darling? I know you might know. I don't know.
What, the Kinsey scale?
Yeah, the man that writ it all was turned out to be a paedophile himself.
Oh,
yeah.
And they should never have used it. Now, I'm with Bailey that there shouldn't be any hatred, right?
Right.
We should support people who are in the wrong body. But what's happening now is the rise on the NHS. There are like 95% more male to female young people than there are the opposite way round. Why though? How many of those young people would actually just be gay men when they got through puberty? Would they just end up being gay men? And gay men are even coming out now and saying, I feel like what they're doing to young boys to make them into girls, and then they come out puberty and they actually want to be gay and they want to be a man. It's this children thing and it's not Bailey's fault or anyone else's fault. It's society, and it's all been done.
And those people that are supposed to be safe, the children.
Yeah, it's done on purpose. It's done by design.
Right, and that's where I was trying to go. As a parent,
my job is to safeguard my children, and that is my job until
Bailey, would you like to
I die?
Because I've got her up here, and I've struggled to get hold of her sometimes. I love having Bailey up because she's so knowledgeable. So, what do you want to talk about? What happened with you or not? Like, from your point of view, because you're the one that went through that.
Should I drop off?
Excuse me. Was you bullied, darling? Sorry. You what? Sorry, Jules.
Would you like me to drop off because I might come across a bit?
No, just we'll let Bailey if she wants to.
I'll probably come across a bit harsh, and I'm really
no. I think it's just stay up. It's just let maybe
I'm very
Bailey
protective of children, and
it's I really feel for I really would hate Bailey to think that we are a group of anti-trans people. Because
definitely not.
I am not.
Definitely not.
You're worried about anything.
Good night, Simply Cliff.
The night, Simply Cliff.
Sorry.
Night, Simply.
No, night. Bailey, you don't have to, darling. We can all mute and let you talk. Do you want to? What you
Bailey, please talk to us, because I would really like to understand how this happened to you as a 6-year-old child.
Yeah, I think we all need to mute when Bailey's talking.
I would really like to listen to you.
Y'all don't have to mute, and I'm not worried about people's opinions, but I think the hard part about talking about this stuff for everyone is people wrap up so many things into it, and it's easier to decompose it layer by layer and talk about each section and to figure out where you're at. like the talk about, okay, like, can you teach people about trans people in school is separate from can you teach people about sex in school, and people can't even distinguish the two of those, right? And then like on top of that, it's like, how do you solve? You can't figure out how to solve a problem until you can address each problem individually, right? You can't just fix like 1,000 problems with one solution, right? So like for instance, we could go deep into the whole like bathroom situation, and we could go into even deep into her about it and appeal to extremes and make it about trans people in bathrooms at schools where there's kids, right? That's like a very appeal to extremes kind of thing, but you could go there, right? And the obvious solution is that people need to start using single stall restrooms for every restroom, and that's problem solved. You know, that's an easy problem to solve. Nobody wants to solve it. Fine, we move on. Right? That's all people are arguing about is why do we have group restrooms? But nobody sees it that way because they want to think about sex and they want to the other thing there. But like single stall restrooms in countries that use them are cleaner. They're safer for everybody. They're just better. You know, that's a solution that people could work towards, even in schools.
I agree there. And do you know, over here, this new Swedish model's coming in, darling. And it's boys, girls, men and women using, the Night Space Cat, using one toilet.
Oh, yeah, because even over here, you know, with outhouses, sometimes we had 3 holers, you know. So more than one can sit in there.
3 holers.
3 holers, yeah.
So they used to sit back to back and just
no, side to side to side.
Bit like Roman times.
yeah, 3 holers. Yeah.
Rebecca said she's going to come up next time, but I know she's shy. But oh, there you are. There's Rebecca. I think it's I've used those restaurants. Exactly. That's a point, Rebecca. No one was bothered, but now it's polarized because they want it to be. It's like the BLM thing. It's the same thing again. No one cared who was black. Like, but now it's become, you know, we need to like give black people a different lunch hour. Make sure they get as long. That's what they're doing in Sainsbury's in the supermarkets. They were giving separate lunch breaks to black people to make sure they feel safe, and that's actually patronising, in my opinion. It's segregation. They just want to divide everybody up into these little groups, and if you're white and you're straight in this Western world, you're classed as evil and all these things, racist and homophobic and all this stuff. And I just don't care. And it's just I just care about people. That's all. If you're a good person, great. If you're a wrong un, you're a wrong un. There's good and bad in all, is how I see it. And I just hate it. I hate all this. It's horrible. If you've had the operation and you've been through all your doctor's stuff and whatever, like for example, Rebecca's using the ladies' toilet. No one's batted an eyelid. No one cares. But now you're going to get men who are jumping on the bandwagon. I don't know whether you're aware, Bailey, but in Scotland, they are putting male rapists who have raped women, who decide they go into a men's prison. They decide they're going to become transgender, right? And they're not op or anything. And then they want to go into a female prison because they are using the she pronoun. And then they're raping women in the female prison. This is happening in this country, well, in Scotland. It's nuts.
Yeah.
That's just nuts.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. Like,
but then if we say anything, I'm classed as being transphobic. But the lesbians don't like it because they like that. They're a lot of them are feminists. The lesbians, they're the feminists, and they're losing their pride. They're losing their own prisons now. The women's prisons. So then the feminists have had enough. The lesbians have had enough.
Don't forget sports.
Well, I don't think you can just generalize the lesbians.
You know what I mean? I don't. That's what I'm saying. The lesbians.
You offended.
We can't be snowflakey on here, though. We can't. Anyone. You're not, because you're American, you don't get the banter and you don't get the way that we are over here. It's very different.
I'm offended. I'm offended and I'm not.
It's very different. But that's just what's happening. So you've got...
Well, the trans thing has become problematic in sports.
You rolling a joint, are you?
Competition in women's sports.
You.
Yeah.
No, I've been good actually. I haven't rolled a J one for about
is quiet.
3 months
Right,
actually. I've been very
No,
good.
I didn't want to, you know, go over anybody, but
Do you
no,
have
I
any
think
thoughts,
this.
my love?
I've got. Oh, I tell you, because
You know, are you a lesbian? The lesbians love me, you know.
well, I am one of them, but
Who are you? They love me.
yeah.
I'm going to your team. I'm telling you, I'm on my second
You
marriage.
don't-
I'm
you
telling
don't
you.
wanna- you don't wanna-
Penny.
I'm on my way over there. Oh
You
yeah,
don't wanna
Julie's
do it.
first.
I'll tell
On
you,
my way.
if you really want to, the lesbians. I mean, I can't speak for all lesbians, but I tell you, when it comes to the trans thing, I tell you what, we are really sick of.
See,
is
I
how
told you.
they have infiltrated absolutely like everything, every dating app. It's ridiculous. I've got a folder now, screenshots for a laugh, because it's that bad. It's not even then, like, these people aren't even trying to be women. It's like a top.
yeah.
It's like they've allowed a child to dress them, and then they don't. They got short hair
Bit of
and
lipstick.
no,
What
not even
pisses
that.
me off though is
Not even that.
they're
It's
actually
just
men, and then when women stand up to them and say, "No, we don't like this," they're totally misogynistic
Smiley.
and beat us down and call us fascists. And I was like, "No, mate, we're not fascists.
That's just the
keep
secret.
out of us."
Yeah, that's just the words used just to shut people up. I think all words have lost all meaning, and it's crazy. I cut a lot of
And
kids.
I see them as the fascists. I don't see us as proper women standing up to them and saying, "No, we
'Cause
don't
people
want
are-
you in our loos."
Well, because people
They're
are scared.
the fascists.
It's not even the lose. It's everything. Like you're not. You know, anyone can be what they want to be. Anyone can be what they want to be. I've got no problem with that. But I think
Don't
if you're going to make
impose it on me, and don't tell me like
well,
how
what
I'm
is-
supposed to think.
I would say the percentage of true trans people would be under 1%. And so why is it like the words that every single person knows everywhere? It's just, it is indoctrination. The children, I cut a lot of kids, obviously with scissors for hair, and they'll say stuff to me, and I ask them, I'll say, okay, what school do you go to? And they'll be like middle school, you know, like the junior school or whatever, and they'll have trans kids, they'll have furries.
Furries.
They think it's, yeah,
Why
they think
furries on YouTube Kids.
What's a furry?
Why?
Right.
So,
I've
I
got
only
a
found
furry.
this
I've got
out
loads
last
of them.
week. Penny.
Nah, so do you not know what a
Furries
furry
are on
is?
YouTube's Kids Shorts. I
Nah,
didn't even
like-
know what they were until
no,
last week.
it's not that.
Gross.
Lex.
Yeah, so basically, furries, it originated from like the gay guy scene, mainly in Germany, of guys that would dress up as animals, and it was like a sexual thing. And so,
So I'm just have to just carry on, Lex. Sorry.
so it basically
Give you a minute, love.
the kids have got it all confused, but now children are identifying as animals. And so a furry is a name that you give a kid that like wants to wear a tail or wants to meow at the teacher. But it actually came from, it was like a sexual fetish for like homosexual guys. And so they would dress as like dogs and be on leads and collars and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I
so
remember that.
And so you might now, if you're ever in a town centre, you might see a teenager with like a headband with some ears on it or a tail on a handbag.
Yes.
Yes. So those children are basically, that's their way of telling you that they identify as an animal, and it's getting quite crazy. So like we've got high schools and we've got colleges and we've got middle schools where they're like asking for like stuff like litter trays for real. This is like where I live. 'Cause I cut teachers, I cut students, I cut.
I've seen things like that here in the U.S., hon.
There is other in St. Jane.
Yeah, I've seen things like that here.
Litter trays in schools.
Yeah, so they're basically saying like because they identify as a cat, they don't feel very comfortable, and so like they want like some stuff in there because they're a cat, and if they're in detention, they're meowing, and then kids will. So I'm cutting kids, and they'll tell me the kids, and then there's kids that are trans furry kids.
Yes, furries. Yes, I've heard of this.
But like, so there's two kids, and they're both trans now, and they're 10.
Kids YouTube. Like if you go on YouTube Kids, furries are all over YouTube Kids. I didn't even know what furries were
what just happened to Underbelly, because I said I like your glasses, and then he freaked out and turned his camera off. Underbelly, you okay? What's that noise? Am I hearing things?
Yeah, there's a high pitched one. Yeah,
someone's washing. It's not me.
My washing machine, probably.
I thought I was hearing things. I did. So going back to Bailey now, Bailey's told me a little bit about what happened to her, but I don't think she's got any memories beyond. Oh, you do. You must if you remember being 6. But I know you said you were adopted, and you went through quite a harsh time, didn't you?
I never said I was adopted. I'm not adopted.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Why did I think that?
I don't know.
Did you tell me something about you got no memories from it under 10 or something, and you thought you'd been like MK Ultra'd?
Not exactly. That's like not exactly, no.
Does it sound anything? Well, where have I got this from then, darling?
I think you've got like a quarter of it and then added a little bit of spice.
I think I've probably read it when you've been telling me in Discord, or you've been telling me in Troubled Minds live chat years ago. You've been telling me, and then I've obviously been half asleep. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning when he's live, and I've obviously got mixed up. I'm so sorry, darling. See, look, I got things wrong. I apologise. So you had an you know what they call the nuclear family then, like. I'm just gone quiet now.
Kinda-ish, I guess. I don't know.
Because there was that other man.
I don't think it's related. Also, I want to mention, like, everyone keeps saying, like, you knew when you're 6, and that's not a very normal experience, right? But, like, not every, but, like, 99% of trans people I know, they did. But they didn't know what to call it because no one taught them about it.
But then how many children that aren't actually trans though are ending up. This is the thing, you see, when you try and change society for a couple of people, then you end up. Do you know what I mean? What we need to do, in my opinion, is support people who are genuine, like Bailey, and like I agree with what you're saying. If someone identifies as a girl, if you're a boy, or vice versa, don't tell them it's wrong. Don't tell them it's dirty, whatever. Let them play it out, but don't sexualize it.
Yes, at the age of 6, I think as an adult, we need to safeguard children.
No, yeah, I totally get you. Now, my friend, her little boy, when he was 6, he went through a phase of wearing dresses, and it was the oldest as well, so he didn't have an older sister or anything. He went through a phase of putting his mum's makeup on. I think he was about 5, actually, putting dresses on, he wanted a fairy dress to go to somewhere, and she bought him a fairy dress, and he went out, he went to a party in a dress, and he went through this phase. And then he come out of it the other side, and then he went back to being what you would call a normal boy. If you want to call a normal boy, he went through it, and she didn't tell him to stop. She didn't say that's wrong. She let him do it, and he then went through a phase. And I think a lot of kids do go through. Well, we all go through that.
We all go through phases.
But how many are going to come out the other end? It's interesting you say you knew when you were 6. I wonder if Rebecca knew. And Beck knew, and we've got quite a few different transgender people who come in. Now, Beck is female, but she's transitioning to male. But I don't think she's had the full
My problem is, as a parent, how far do we enable things? Do you know what I mean? How far do we enable things?
Underbelly, are you okay? Something happened and you fell. God, it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to go. I can't pop it on this time.
Yeah, I got work tomorrow, but I think quickly, like, children that are young enough to believe in Santa have no place knowing any of this.
Exactly. Exactly, right, 1,000,000%.
And I think as well,
parents,
like,
we need to safeguard them.
But really, when it comes to the whole gender thing, it's like, it's not until you realise kids are sexless, and until they start to then realise that they fancy something, then they figure out, oh well, I fancy that, and I'm this gender, so does that make me gay? Or, you know, and like, name one teenager that doesn't know what the fuck is going on in their mind. So I think it's dangerous, and I think to 25, your brain's not fully developed, and you shouldn't be guided down such paths.
Yeah. Well, what they're doing here, they're actually taking children. Like, there was a mother who wrote in to a newspaper a few months ago. Her 12-year-old was telling the teachers at school that she identified as a male, and the teacher sent a letter home with the daughter saying you have to use the he pronoun. And she refused. The mum and dad refused to use a he pronoun on their daughter, and they phoned her and says, if you don't do it, we're going to get social services involved. Social services got involved. They've now taken the child from the parents because the parents aren't respecting the child. Now the child is playing up and using it to play up. So
I'm beat up.
Now saying I hate my parents.
Now, surprisingly, here in Ohio, it's exactly the opposite. So if she was here in Ohio and she wanted to be called with a he pronoun, the teacher would send a letter home to the parents and tell the parents that this is the case, but the school will continue to call her a she.
Not here.
That's in Ohio.
It's a bit grey hair at the moment, though, I think, Penny.
As a parent, I would have gone to the school and punched the teacher right in the nose for calling social services.
No, they've took over now. They've taken the child.
I'd still punch the teacher in the nose, and that's that. I'd say you called social services.
I would off school grounds where no one can see.
Over a pronoun.
What about that teacher?
There's kids in school robbing each other. They're knife fighting, and they call social services on a pronoun. I'd punch a teacher right in the nose.
Right. See, that's why I think here it's right to tell the parents so that the parents knows what's going on. It's up to the parents. If the parents wants to call her a he, that's within their own family.
But how dare the teachers tell the parent what to call the child? Do you know what I mean?
And then call social
How are they
services.
taking that authority out of the parents' hands?
Right. That's why here they tell the parent, but they tell the parent also they will continue to call the child by the pronoun of which the child was born genetically.
I'm just upset that they got social services involved and not took it out the hands of the people that mattered. Their parents and the child, because I'm sure if the child and the parent could sit there and talk about it, they would find out either way. But to get the state involved or get social services involved, that's ridiculous.
Right. That's why I agree here. They're putting it back in the parents' lap and letting the parents decide. The school is not buying into it.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, that's good. But there's talk here that they're not going to inform parents. So I'm not sure where the law is as it stands.
Well, she's trying to get it done. I'm just going to give you an example of what's going on. This was in June. This is in the UK. 12-year-olds are being taught about anal sex in school, while 9-year-olds are told to masturbate for homework. Shocking lesson plans
on my watch.
Used by teachers in UK. Right, this is happening. Bailey and Jane, who are in America. Is this happening in the US, guys? Because we're in the US.
I think that happened in Florida as well.
Oh well.
Florida have come down.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It depends upon the state.
Florida.
You're in Florida, Belly.
I'm in California.
Where are you in San Francisco?
My auntie was in Austin
for
like 25 years. She's just moved out of Texas to go to Florida because of all this white bullshit.
So she's jumped out of the frying pan into the fire then.
Yeah, well, here
Florida's a lot better now. Florida's got that DeSantis.
No, I think Florida.
It's not happening in Florida.
It's got the right values, actually.
Right. So what the male and line can reveal, that this is being taught in schools, taught from the birth until the age of 1. Babies can experience pleasurable sensations by touching.
Babies.
That's written by a
What the
pedophile.
fuck?
Even ways for 12-year-old girls to orgasm while masturbating. Showing you how to do it. I don't want to say it's disgusting. Masturbation homework. Told that girls as young as 12 can find sexual pleasure from anal, vaginal, and oral. Taught it's normal to want to masturbate. Informed that it's normal for pubescent children to be attracted to anyone, either sex. Gender is different from sex, but it is much more intrinsic. I can't say that word. Intrinsic part of who a person is. Taught that people can change their sex from being a man to being a woman. Also taught that some non-binary humans are neither men nor women. Taught that men with the Y chromosome can actually be women. They're teaching this for children. This is kids.
No, not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Let them teach that. Let them teach that.
There you go. There you go. There's the leaflet. Look.
Let them teach that crap
I've seen
at my
it. It's
school.
disgusting. That's produced by the WHO.
No, I'll tell you who it's.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say where.
Carry on, Bailey, darling. Carry on.
Sorry.
Sorry, carry on, sweetheart. Sorry.
Where's yours, Bailey?
Yeah, if we can all let Bailey talk.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was just saying most of it was terrible. That's like disgusting.
It is.
Like the two that I would disagree with being disgusting there is like that like intersex people exist. I think that's true. Like some people aren't men or women. That's okay, whatever. But the rest of them are kind of disgusting.
But that to be neither man or woman, that's down to the individual, because you still have a dangler or you still have a hole. You still have something there.
Intersex people, I said, they don't. They're
There's either XX
different
chromosomes or XY
different-
chromosomes, and that's the basics of science.
Sorry, carry on, Bailey.
But there are. Sorry.
Some people don't have what you refer to as a dangly or a hole. They're, like some people are like a certain
No, I said that.
intersex.
No, I said that for a person that says they're not no sex, neither way, they still have an organ, don't they?
No, Bailey's talking about intersex people that are born with both.
Oh, I'm
But you either have XX chromosomes or you're born with XY chromosomes, and that's it, and that's human life.
I didn't say both, although that does happen. I was talking more about how like people think of like the dangly or the hole as like a binary thing. If you want to keep going by those words, but like
that's
the way that they grow, it can sometimes be more in between because it's more of like a spectrum thing. And believe me, this is like way deeper than I want to get into because
And that's neurodivergent.
I'm not an expert on this. I don't want to pretend to be, and it has nothing to do with trans people. But like, the fact still remains that that's like some people don't have a dangly or a hole, or it's hard to tell which they have.
So who's looking?
No.
Ellen.
No, I'm talking.
Yeah, people are complaining chat because people are talking over each other and they can't listen. And I've been in streams where the panel keep talking over each other and it's bloody annoying. So we can all do one at a time. Thank you, Bridget. I just want to say something quickly. Ellen, I pray to God they're not, but they're not telling the parents, darling. Honestly, they're not telling the parents. Sorry, who was going then?
No one's going to talk now. I'd just like to say goodnight to Simply Cliff.
Oh, night, Cynthia.
The night, Taffy. I'm glad you've come in. As I say, we have open panels. We do all sorts on here. I've not done open panel for a while, actually. So it's been nice, really nice.
I know I seem like I walked into something that I don't know nothing about.
We wasn't even going to talk about this. I can't remember how it came up. But it came up. And I'm so glad that Bailey came up, though, because...
I am, too. I'd like to hear her talk more, though.
Bailey's so knowledgeable. Honestly, I keep bigging her up, but she knows so much stuff. Like, she knows all about the Hollow Earth underbelly. She's proper knowledgeable. She knows all about the Anunnaki. She's just a really knowledgeable person. I love talking to her. We could do a show with her about Hollow Earth and all that shit. Lex...
you only say that because you know I believe in the Hollow Earth.
Well, I did, but I'm open to Hollow Earth. I would love to do a Hollow Earth show with Bailey. It's just getting the time and pinned down. Lex, just out of interest, then. So, when did you find this channel? Sorry, was it the Phillip Schofield stuff? I don't remember seeing you in chat before, though.
No, like I've commented a few times when it's on, and then sometimes I'm confused because I'm like, okay, can you comment now? Because obviously sometimes it's certain times, but no, it's Phillip Schofield. No, I don't think so. I just think there's so many subscribers that I like to watch. A few people that have been on here today, actually, funnily enough. And yeah, I found it. I don't know. I'd say just prior to Phillip Schofield, and I was in deep. I was like, okay, let's go. And I would talk to my customers about it because it was hot topic. And it was just really interesting to see what people's opinions were. And then I would then like take the sources that you'd found and then what other people had as well. And I'd say, well, what do you think? And then they'd have I don't know, they'd hate like Eamon Holmes or something. They'd go, oh, poor Phillip. And I'd be like, you what? And then when I was like catching all the little snippets, because obviously some videos have been deleted since then, understandably. Well, not understandably, but you know how it is. And then when the Cornwall thing with that dog walker, I was just like, no way. And then that was it. And then I obviously enjoyed the bunnies. You know, like, I'll chill out. I'll sit in my little shed sometimes when I'm having a smoke. So I don't smoke inside the house. And my cat loves it outside more. So that's when he gives me a cuddle. So I'd watch it and get engrossed. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of opinions. And I guess my job, it's pretty good because I get to find out what everyone's thinking, whilst educating them as well, because people will have an opinion and then I'll say, okay, well, why is that then? And then they'll be like, because the telly told me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're stuck now in my chair for like 20 minutes. So we have like a healthy debate really. And because it's my own shop, it's like, you know, no one's going to fire me. So
have you got your own shop? I thought, wasn't she
yeah.
What do they call it? A mobile hairdresser. So you
I've got my own shop. I've even got a Donald Trump. I've got a Donald Trump cutout and a flag in my shop.
Are you? I'm guessing you live down south because by your accent.
Oh well, I'm actually the East Coast.
You're not up here, are you? By me, because I need to find a new hairdresser.
No, I'm like Norfolk way.
Yeah, I'm sort of further up.
Between
York and Bridlington.
Oh, yeah.
So
which part? I used to live in St. Neots.
Oh yeah, I'm not far. I'm Cambridge, just outside Cambridge.
Yeah, you used to have to go up there to watch it. We used to go up there to watch, go to the cinemas because you know St. Neots didn't have a cinema. I don't know if they have now.
St. Neots do have a cinema now. So does Huntingdon.
Yeah, we used to go to Huntingdon as well.
I'm just reading chat, and they're like talking about schools and that, and like how, you know, as parents we've got the right to know. My twins are due to start secondary school in September, and I've already sort of like put it out there to secondary school.
Rebecca has a
asking
good
questions, and they're not very free to share information about what they want to teach about sex ed. So I'm just reading comments. Yeah, they don't really want to share. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of like Rebecca's question.
We'll do Rebecca's question and then we're going to end because I will want to. It's gone 1 a.m. here, so I just want to go to bed.
That's it.
Yeah. North Yorkshire, gang. Yeah, I'm in the I'm in northeast Yorkshire. I'm not in Hull though. Right. Okay. We're going to do Rebecca's question for Bailey, but she doesn't have to answer if she doesn't want to. And Ellen. Yeah, Ellen is really awake, Julie. But I totally get what you're saying. I get Ellen. Ellen's proper on the ball. I can't wait to meet her next week. I think it's next week. But Julie, what Julie's saying is that what Julie's saying is correct as well, is that they're not telling parents. And years ago, there was, you know, you had to tell the parents what you were teaching them. You don't know.
Yeah,
didn't you even have to sign?
I'm going to the secondary school saying, what are you going to share with my 11-year-old twins?
She's
and
in the
they're
West
proper
Midlands.
putting a brick wall down and they do not want to share it. and I'm saying to them, what are you
Hello, Neil.
anticipating sharing to my children about the trans ideology?
Right,
And they're saying to me, it goes against the trans people that we're going to share stuff that against trans people, and it's a bit. Yeah, I did
just
think
want to
at
say
44 years
thank
old.
you, Smiley. Julie, just going back to what I was just saying, Julie and Ellen are both in the West Midlands. Right, hello, Louis. Right, I want to end it after Ellen's question, and then no more. Hello, Joanne, love. It's just about to end. I've been going for nearly 4 hours. I don't usually stream this long. It's a very rarity I'll stream this long. It's been so interesting. Right, Ellen, Rebecca's question to Bailey was, don't have to answer it, darling. So what and how did Bailey fund her surgery, as I'm not sure in the US? Because in the UK, you can get it on the NHS, but you've got to go through lots of hoops. Yes, I'll get an Ninny wig. AI, if you're watching, can you get an Ninny wig, please?
I don't think it's as many hoops as you should do.
Right, Bailey will answer, and then we're going to go if she wants to. Did you have to fund it yourself?
I don't really know how to answer because, like, medical stuff has never been expensive for me because I'm just in a position where I can afford it.
Yeah, so you didn't get any like help. What she's saying is, did you get any help from the government? Because over here, you're automatically, it doesn't matter what in the UK, it doesn't matter what money you've got. If you've got money or if you haven't got money, you still get it paid for. It's
but
not.
So until recently, I've had like insurance provided by my employers until I get my jobs.
Yeah.
So I mean, like that kind of stuff wouldn't be an issue personally for me. So I wouldn't know what the answers are for that. I don't think the government like funds surgeries much around here, but I know in like San Francisco where I am, again, the government actually would fund it here, so I wouldn't have any suggestions there.
Yeah, I think what Rebecca meant was that over here, like we have the NHS, don't we? So you don't have to have insurance. That's what I think she was saying. That would it be over there where you have to have your insurance or you have to pay, where over here it's like you get it free. Let's say if you're a millionaire, right? If you're a millionaire, you would still get it for free. Yeah.
I believe most insurances over here would not fund it.
You what? Sorry, Jane.
I believe most insurances over here would not fund it. It would have to be very specific incidences that they would. Am I correct, Bailey?
Yeah, it's pretty rare in the US to find insurances that would fund it. Like you have to basically it's really weird because like in my area, even like the city will provide insurance to people who can't afford it, and then the city will also provide gender health care to people who don't afford it. So I'm like in like the one of the like areas that's like better about that stuff here. So it's hard for me to say for most areas. But
well,
I think in general, like I have a foot infection. Sorry,
because you're in San Francisco. You're in the.
Like I have a foot infection that I've had for like 2.5 months now because I quit my job and can't afford to fix it. And like the government just doesn't pay for that kind of stuff here. So
no, you're in the one city in the U.S. where you could get help for that.
For my foot, no, but for the gender stuff,
well, no, not for that, but for the transgender stuff, the one city, because I don't know of any other city that would help with that in the U.S.
Yeah, it's really weird for me to answer that kind of questions that I was saying because like where I am, the city would just pay for it.
Yeah.
Right, Niniweek's growling because of all the voices, so
I can hear that.
He's upset because of all the talking. He's scared. Because he's only used to hearing me and Jack and Al. Like when I'm talking to you on the stream, he only hears my voice, doesn't he? Because you're all in chat. Because there's people on panel, is when I talk, he's like, "Oh, someone speak." Let's see if he does it again.
Okay, hey, Nini.
Can you hear him? It's all right, my love. They want to see him on full screen. See, he won't do it when I talk. He's not used to. It's all right, my love. They're all your super fans,
bless
mate.
him.
Solo.
I think
The little terrorist.
Oh, sorry.
I kept my hat on.
I want to eat you, Ninny Wig.
Oh,
I'm going to put my hat on as well.
Let's see if we can get some light on. I just turned all the lights off. I was about to turn off, bud.
Do you remember your good friend Nash, Ninny Wig?
I'm sure he does.
He says hello.
He's so cute.
Who's Nash?
Ash.
Right. Ash the reptilian from Mars. Bailey knows Ash.
Oh, okay.
He's huge.
Come here. It's not actually just. It's about an average. It's not that big at all.
He looks big.
Good night, Cosmic.
Wow.
Good night, Cosmic
Gorgeous
Wartoad. Lots of love.
boy.
Good night,
Hey,
Cosmic.
gorgeous boy.
Listen to him growling.
Gorgeous boy.
Ninny Wig.
Oh, that's nice of you, Cosmic. Have a good sleep.
Ninny
man.
Wig.
Oh, Snoopy.
Ninny Wig. Ninny Wig.
Snoopy.
Ninny.
He's chatting to me. Ninny.
No, he's growl. That's the growl.
Yeah, but deep down, I can
Do you
see
not
his eyes.
scare you? He's a very
Not really
sensitive.
pleased.
Ninny.
Poor Ninny.
He's the coolest guinea pig on the
Right, he's
Ninny.
creepy now. Look.
Oh, darling.
Yes, because you're making him squeak.
Oh.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
What I'll do, right? No one speak, and let me speak, and this hopefully will start. Ninny, would you like to say hello? Yeah, listen. Did you? I know the voices scare you. You're a very sensitive pig, is that right? Yeah.
We love you.
Ninny.
We love you.
Ninny Wig.
We love you, Ninny. We love you, Snoopy. You're the best pig on the net.
It's cracking me up.
It's Ninny Wig. Ninny Wig.
He's looking, it's so funny.
I know. It's like he can't work out where you're all coming from. You see, it's freaking him out.
He goes, what the heck?
Now, if you were in the room, he'd come up to you for a cuddle, but because he's just a voice, he's like, "Where's he coming
You're
from?"
the best pig on the net, Ninny.
He is. I think he's a legend.
He is a ledge.
Oh, God, he's so cute.
He's gorgeous.
Look at his little ears.
Ninny.
Oh,
So
mate.
soft. He's had 2 baths this week, so he's.
It's quite unique, Penny.
I've never seen one
guinea
like that
pig
before.
that lives on his own, and he isn't like with
house
companion guinea pigs.
Yeah, he
he's
doesn't like
quite
other guinea
unique.
pigs.
Yeah, he's proper cool, mate.
And Coalfields originally Neil, and now I live in Yorkshire.
Gorgeous.
I've been hypnotised. It's a Ninny Wig banter. It's a piggy.
We love you, Ninny.
A Ninny Wig.
Especially with barbecue
So
sauce.
cute.
Oh, Ninny.
You can't
Getting
eat
used to
him.
it now, look. He's not doing it now.
Oh my god.
Oh, so yeah, I used to do.
Oh, he loves you.
Oh, he loves his mum.
God.
Did you? Did you? That's
Hey.
nice.
He's writing a complaint.
He's doing a complaint to the Ninny Wig police. Okay. You want a carrot? I don't have any. Yeah, well, he's a house pig. But he.
You just dropped one.
No, I'm covered in malting because he's stressed out. He's dropped a load of malt. Yeah, thank you, Smiley. Yeah, my streams used to go from anything from 3 to 4 hours. I've done 12-hour streams before.
Wow.
Wow.
Back in the day. I did one on a New Year's Eve 2020 to 2021. I did a 12-hour stream.
Wow.
We've seen all through the time zones. How you doing, Joanne, my love? Ninny tonight. Barney as in art. So Ninny, have you got anything else? Okay. All right, he's shy.
I wanted to say to Bailey, thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bailey, love. I'd love to get Bailey up and talk about the Hollow Earth, like properly. Bailey, would you do that with me and Underbelly on my other channel, love?
Yeah. Sometimes we talk about doing things, but then we don't. I don't know how you want to plan them or whatever. But
I know we always. It's just, yeah. It's just like, right. You're on Telegram now, aren't you? I've got to get back on there.
You can telegram me. You can text me on my phone. You have my number.
It's just the time zone difference, you know. Like, I don't know.
It's always fine. I'm up in the morning nowadays, so like at 9 p.m. your time, you can contact me and I'll be up.
So if I give you, let's just say I give you a day and a time, and then you can say yay or nay, yeah?
Yeah, or maybe just like send me a few that work for you, and we'll find the one that fits.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, Rebecca would like to hear that. Underbelly, I think you'd be interested because Bailey's so more knowledgeable than me.
Is the Hollow Earth the thing where like the Antarctic underground? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like a secret doorway, and there's like different species and giants and.
It's not just the Antarctic though. There's many holes to these places.
Yeah, like portals almost, but like underground.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 Hollow Earth theories that kind of like conflate with each other, but basically it's just at a high level the idea that there's like continents underground.
Isn't there one in South America as well? An entrance.
Oh yeah, some people think there's one in Argentina.
Yeah.
Oh, whereabouts?
Kind of weird.
Maybe I'd say Patagonia if they were going to do it.
Thanks,
sorry.
I'd say under the Parliament building there's one, because all those people, they ain't from this earth.
I spent a long time in Argentina, and but I like it. They're special people.
Pretty cool.
I had to bite my tongue there. There was a joke, but I thought best not to. Oh hell, I'm gonna say.
Are you 420 Underbelly?
Half and half.
So, can I ask panel, do you guys think Trump will actually end up going to jail? Or
No.
Is he going to come through this and reign? Do you
Either
guys
way.
think he'll actually go to jail?
Either way.
No.
I was watching a political debate, and either way he's going to come out smelling roses, because what this man said, what this one man said, and it may have came off as a joke, but he was deadly serious. He said he stands a chance of winning the election, and if he does get sent to prison and he wins the election, he can just presidently pardon himself.
But if he gets sent to jail,
he can still be president.
Eligible to be a president?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? If he gets sent to jail,
and he can't be impeached if
Yes,
he's
it is.
either.
Yes, it is. It's quite possible for him to be in jail and win.
He's got enough money.
No, he could be in jail and then become president, and then he could
pardon himself.
Quit himself. Yeah.
And this
is that possible?
Yep, it's 100% possible. This was on this political debate I was watching, and I was in hysterical. I said, "This man can't lose." That's why he's even busting jokes, saying, "I need one more indictment."
Come on, my love. Come on. You say good night.
Whether it's possible.
Really?
Good night, everyone, from Piggy.
Not anyway.
Nanny.
I hope you're right, Underbelly. I really hope you're right, because
the
I
other
can't
lady-
get my head round this, man.
The other lady in the corner just conferred with me as well.
I know.
I mean,
They've got nothing on him.
These guys that are doing the political debates, these guys do it for their profession. And if they're saying that, look, he can go to jail, he can possibly be found guilty, go to jail, win the election, and pardon himself, issue a presidential pardon, which will release him out of jail. He can't lose.
I can't get my little English head around that. I hope you're right. I really do. I can't get my head around it.
To be honest, I don't care. I don't care about politics. All I care about is
aliens.
Then I do.
Aliens,
then
right?
I do care about
Don't
politics.
you think David Icke looks like a fucking lizard?
Oh dear. Poor David Icke. He's an old man.
Icke.
All old people look like lizards. I'm starting to look like one.
Yeah, me
He's got
too.
rheumatoid arthritis, though. He has got any condition that causes it.
It's called old age, man. It's coming for all of us.
You know
No,
what I
but
mean?
he has got a condition that makes him look like his eyes are all sunk in his head.
Yeah, he does look lizardy.
He's got rheumatoid
No.
arthritis.
And that'd be the constant beating from him telling people that lizards, the queen is a lizard. You know, them people are beating him up in private. Why'd you say that, man? All right, my jokes are over. No one's getting them.
I'm going now. I've had no dinner. I've had nothing to eat, and it's now
go eat, man. Go eat.
1:30 in the morning.
Have a sandwich.
It's
Hold around the toast.
it's only 8:30 in the evening over here, so
Yeah, it's one. I'm usually I'll never do these late ones ever.
What?
They're all right now and again, but not all the time. I love your pride hat. I'm going to keep calling it a pride hat.
Not
Trigger.
no, tie-dye. Don't get.
Do you like a pride hat?
I'm wearing my.
Lex,
yeah.
no. Lex is part of the movement, aren't you, Lex?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I know. You're gonna have to.
My uncle
you don't know my
worked
sense
for
of humour yet,
Capital
actually.
Radio.
No, I do.
My uncle
I
was
do.
was a Capital Radio DJ. And,
Okay, good.
I was bridesmaid to his wedding back in
Who?
the 80s.
Who?
My uncle.
Right.
My uncle was a DJ. He worked for Capital Radio, and I was bridesmaid for him.
Underbelly's glasses.
Yeah, I like his glasses, and he turned out to be gay because, like, his parents, my grandparents, weren't too sure about the whole gay movement. But anyway.
Right, I'm ending the stream. I'm going to close it all down. I'm going to thank everyone for coming up. Past and present panel guests tonight. It's been amazeballs. We'll go back to doing this on a Friday night again. Open panels. Anytime, please come back, Lex. Your first time, or you was a virgin tonight. I broke you in.
I was, yeah.
Oh dear.
I might go have a cigarette now, after that, and then yeah, of course I'll come back. I never really catch when it's live, and I'm like, oh damn it, but I will. I'll definitely come back.
I'm so glad that everyone's enjoyed it, and it's been fantastic. So all different and controversial, I can't say that without sounding Irish, controversial subjects as well, but we do it in a nice, friendly way, and there's no hatred. And if anyone came in here hating on anybody, I would just kick them out. Even if you are, if you're someone that I really get on with, if you're going to start, and I've done it before, someone started on Bailey a couple of years ago. I didn't remember that, Bailey, and I kicked him out and abandoned him, and I never let him back. They were being really rude and offensive.
I did apologise for that, though, didn't I, Bailey?
You did. No, it wasn't. Remember that, Bailey? And it was someone who used to come in here all the time, and I was really shocked.
But I believe it.
Do you remember that, darling? I don't know if you remember. It was awful.
But I believe it.
It doesn't happen anymore because I think most people sort of, if you've got them sort of thoughts, you'll either not come in when we're talking about this sort of stuff, or you'll just drift away. Because I can't be dealing with hatred. Right then, yeah, Lex, come back. We love Lex. We love a hairdresser.
Night Cynthia Cliff.
Night Cynthia Cliff, lots of love. We love Jane. Jane's one of my regular co-hosts. I'm not having co-hosts lately. We've had all three co-hosts.
You're a bad Jane.
I'm getting it from you.
Sunday night, guys. Who's up for a paranormal phone-in?
Underbelly needs to be on for that.
Underbelly, are you available on Sunday night?
No, I can make myself available.
Right, okay. Lex, are you subbed to my paranormal channel?
I believe so.
Uris Bunny,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was listening one evening and I was by myself and I was just like, oh, get up them stairs.
Yeah. Connor's here. Connor's one of the trolls, but leave him alone. Big up, hello. Don't block him. He's just a bit. He goes into Luke's. Apparently, they all know who he is. You can't make promises. I'll do my best, guys. I'll do my best. Right then. Good night, everybody. I'm going to say good night. I'm going to shut the stream down, and I'll see you all Sunday. Maybe a video tomorrow. It's going to rain tomorrow.
God bless you all, man. God bless.
Can we do it, Underbelly?
You too, Underbelly.
Can we do your thing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
One hand.
Oh, sorry. Until next time, stay blessed and keep safe.
There you go. Stay blessed and keep safe. Right. Good night, everybody. Lots of love. God bless. Take care.
Much
Good
love.
night, guys.
See you all
Thank you.
Sunday
Bye.
on the Curious Bunny. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Smiley. That's very kind of you. Take care.